Motherfuckers. J. Chandler and Co., Buckfast Limited, New Abbey House, Flyfield Road, Weyhill, Andover, SP11 8DN. Yeah. It's Sunday night. It's not gonna get through, is it? Bloody hell. Bloody computers. Translate that, you motherfuckers.
God damn it. Well, whatever. Next time.
Spookerton.
Do more fucking Dukes of Danger, man. Do more of your that show you did. Hazard Squad. Do more of that. Do more of that. Don't do these live calls.
Why you make me do this?
Look, man. Setting us all these fucking mobsters, man. They're fucking pincers, man. They're so goddamn red all the fucking time.
Yeah, this is Ed Kemper. Fuck Ditch and fuck Octopus. Yeah, Octopies. Fuck them.
I want to be on the show. That's it. That's what I want. If I don't get on, I'm gonna flip out. I'm gonna flip a table. I'm gonna flip your table. So, get me on there. Talk about rage. I'm like, just thinking about it makes me mad. But, essentially, I mountain bike and I do a lot of trail work out on our, the trail system out there. And I take shit too serious and I care about my shit because I spend so many hours out there. And one day I caught a guy on an electric dirt bike Like, just straight up a dirt bike. Full throttle, not an e-bike. And I got in a fist fight with that fucker. So yeah, that's fucking rage. You know, I should be ashamed, but the further I get away from that memory, the more I'm like, damn, I should have beat his ass more. But yeah, that's my rage.
Hello, sir. I was going to talk about my experience with rage, as is your topic for the call-in stream. I unfortunately am very angry right now. So it's quite a shame that you didn't answer the phone because I'm feeling even more angry than I was before. In fact, I wasn't angry at all. I was going to talk about rage, and I was in a good mood. I don't think I would have been able to convey the feeling, but right now I'm feeling just furious. So call me back, and maybe we can talk about it. Thanks. Bye.
Yo, hi.
Yeah, I'm calling in because I kind of hate myself. I have a lot of anger, and it keeps coming out in the shittiest moments. I recently was talking to a girl for a few weeks, and she's moving to Atlanta from Florida, and everything was great. And I got into like an argument. We got into like an argument about something, and I told her to go fuck herself. And I think that's really bad, and I don't think you should do that. I think you should like learn how to control your anger. And so I'm bad at that. I'm mad at my dad. What else am I mad at? I'm mad at I have a lot of rage, and I don't hurt anybody. I just hate myself. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, I fucking hate Saturn. It's a shit planet, and it controls the world via the moon. That's why on full moons, everybody's fucking angry. Fuck Saturn, fuck moons, and honestly, fuck you.
Okay. It didn't sound like the end of the song, but it was. It was. Okay. Welcome to the Collins Show. This is the Collins Show. If you've never listened to the Collins Show before, this one that we do, how it works is a topic, and people, you, listeners who are listening now, will call in and talk to me theoretically about the topic. Sometimes we get off topic, but whatever. The topic today is relationships. I guess I can't say we've all had them. We all know about them. They're out there. We probably had them. We can extend it to friendships. If you never had one of those romantic relationships, we can go platonic relationship. That's still kind of relationship. Whatever. Okay. Before we do the call-ins, there's this brief period where I talk, and then I've got something I want to show you guys. I've got an announcement to make. And it's not related to relationships. I'm not about to announce that I'm in a relationship. That would be extremely retarded. If I was like, I've got a big announcement, guys. I'm dating. Unless I was dating a celebrity or an animal or something special. If that happens, then I will tell you. I will make a show of it because that's pretty cool. Either of those options. Relationships. I've been having progressively shorter relationships in my life. In high school, I had a 4-year presidential term type relationship. That was my first relationship, and then the one after that was 2 years, and the one after that was 1 year. They were actually halving. And then the most recent relationship was 2 or 3 months. So we're actually getting real short now. I don't know why. If I'm gonna go full honesty, full honest mode, I kind of have this thing in the past in relationships, kind of just it doesn't have to be working tremendously well for me to stay in a relationship. As long as it's not ruining my life. And actually there's been at least one relationship that I stayed in even as it was ruining my life. And for more than half the relationship was life ruining material. But I stuck it out. But that's not a good thing. That's in my opinion, for my personal relationship, I'm not judging everybody in the world right now, but for me, it's a cowardly thing, It's you got just the basic level of comfort of having someone around that I would be willing to overlook all the terrible, terrible, terrible parts of the relationship. And also, it's it was kind of hard to break up with this person. The breakups didn't take because we were living together. I didn't have the guts to kick her out on the street. That's what it takes, boys and girls. If you're living with someone who you hate and you're in a relationship with them, you just gotta fucking kick them out. No mercy. That's my opinion now. Bring the hammer down. Push them physically out the door, on the street. Hopefully it's raining, and throw their things out of the window like a classic movie scene. I don't want to get... This isn't going to be... we'll see how this goes. This could be a very depressing stream. It could be fun. Wait, let's try to make it fun. All right? Let's try to veer away from all being a bunch of sad sacks. Because obviously, we're not happy. Obviously. Nobody's got it working. Obviously. If you do, call in. I want to pick your brain. I want to find out where the unhappiness is. I'm going to find the unhappiness. If you think that you're having a happy, wonderful relationship, I'm going to figure out the issues. I'm going to drive a wedge between you and your partner. Everyone says partner now. I'm not gonna do a whole boomer comedian thing, but like, partner. I can't even fake it. But you know, whatever. I wouldn't say partner because it sounds odd. My partner. Okay, turns out I have nothing to say about that. All right. Anyway, so we're going to talk about relationships today. With your call-ins, you got to call in. You got to talk to me about this shit. The good, the bad, the completely mediocre. I want to hear it all. I want to hear some good, tasty stories. Whether you're in a relationship now or have been in the past. Or if you've never been in one. And if you've never been in a relationship, I'm going to just guess that this stream might turn you off the idea entirely. That's my guess. I guess I'm being negative. I'm being a bit cynical right now. I gotta get in a better mood. Why am I in a bad mood, I guess. All right, anyway, let's forget about this. Let's drop it right now. Okay, because I have something I need to announce. I have an announcement to make. Okay. You're hearing it here first. For a while now, occasionally, all right, never mind. We are making a CD, a physical CD for the first time ever. People have in the past asked me to put the minute-hour albums on CDs, and I've never done it because you know what? It's too much work, and that's not what I'm about. All right, I don't do that. I don't do that work shit. That's not for me. But now we've got MoxieFamous. And if you've been listening to the college show for a while, you know MoxieFamous does work. He's a working man. He's my partner. And MoxieFamous has been working very, very hard lately to get together a very high quality CD release that we want to get in people's hands by this Halloween. And it's going to be, the content on it is going to be The Haunted Darkness, which is a Halloween special I made back in 2017. It's on YouTube. It's free. You know, there's no... all the things on the CD are freely available. You don't have to buy the CD. But the CD itself, the case, the art inside, the printing materials we're using, it all looks very snazzy. And it's going to be like a very cool, collectible thing to have. Collectible? Is that the right word? I don't know. It's going to be cool. Actually, I want to show you, Moxie made a brief video going over the actual physical materials that were used in the CD so you can see what this looks like. The Haunted Darkness is one thing on the CD. That's an old Halloween special. We were talking about doing The Haunted Darkness as a CD, and I was like, that sounds great, but I don't really want to do just a CD of like a 5-year-old special, because that just doesn't seem that exciting. So the CD is also going to contain a new Halloween special that I'm working on for this Halloween that is not currently finished yet, but I am working on it, and it will be finished, called Marcus and Minkus, which is about these two child twins who live with their father. They've got like a very rich father, and they've got a friend / slave industrial Autobot named Grunch, and it's sort of about these twins they get into a bit of trouble because they accidentally make Grunch do something that he should not have done. And so it's shorter than The Haunted Darkness. It's going to be a little more in like the 20-25 minute range, whereas The Haunted Darkness is like 40 minutes. But it's totally brand new. It's all brand new stuff. It's going to be great. It's, I don't know what else to say about it. Just you'll have to take my word for it, that it will be fun and enjoyable. And if you get this CD, it's all going to be going out well before Halloween, so you will get the CD on or before Halloween. You can only make that guarantee for like the first 95 or so, because those are the materials we have on hand now. So if we go beyond that, then you're going to get it, like in early November or something. And this Marcus and Minkus special will be on the Minute Hour YouTube on Halloween. So it's all free. It's all freely available. You can get the CD if you want. I recommend it because it's gonna be worth it. It's great. Let's watch the video so you can see we've got like a prototype that we're working on. Here we go.
All right, so what we've got here is pretty much most of the way to how things are going to be packaged.
This is MoxieFamous, the man who does all the legwork behind the zine, printing and processing. This is MoxieFamous.
Plenty bubble wrap.
Check that shit
So
out.
the CDs are going to have a proper CD plastic sleeve. They're in the mail. I don't have them yet, so I just mocked this one up from a sandwich bag. But got nice 2mm plastic sleeves. Got the disc with our little Obi strip. Jewel case, got titles on both ends, looking good and proper. Inserts, the front cover comes out, that's a little booklet like you would expect. This is not the final design, we're getting some other art, but this is the materials. We're using this paper. It's going to be just like that. The disc, the USPS, not behaving. Supposed to get a different disc. We're using a glossy top. This is an old one. But it will look, you know, kind of like that, I assume. And then I forgot to do this on this one, but I'm going to package it with a little piece of cotton in there so it doesn't come loose and shit when it's being shipped. This is printed straight on the disc. We're getting printable discs since the printers that we use for the zine can do that. Might as well. For all you OB collectors, you'll be glad to know that this does fit inside here. So it's not just loose. You can put it in here. And that's what we've got right now. We've got some art coming that we need to update it. But this is generally the quality that the disc release is going to be in. All printed and made in-house in my bedroom.
So there you go. That is more or less what it looks like. Like Moxie said, there's some more art coming. That cover art that's on there now is from Ben Lunato, who I've worked with in the past. We made a game together called Beyond Crimson Stars, and I did a voice in his game International Space Banana. So he does like a lot of modeling, 3D modeling shit. So that's his art. There's also more art coming from Andrew Sutliff, who did the album art for Trials Part 1 and Part 2, and also like the banner logo on the Minute Hour YouTube page. He'll be doing the Marcus and Minkus art. So yeah, it's the real deal. It's not, this isn't like we just fucking, whip this out with the cheapest materials possible, like, and just we're, trying to make a quick buck. Like, this is, we want this to be something cool that you can have for a while. And it's more permanent than the internet, let's say, because on the internet, nothing is real. Nothing exists on the internet. Think of it that way. Nothing exists on the internet. It is not real. It can be deleted at any time without any recourse, any day. Let's scare everybody here. Any day now, the Minute Hour could entirely disappear. YouTube could just decide for any reason at all. Like, there's in the terms of service, it says, we can delete everything for any reason we see fit. That we don't even need to provide a reason. So that gets me a little anxious sometimes, thinking like, hey, my entire thing here that I've been working on for 8 years. And by the way, YouTube told me this is the birthday of the Minute Hour. Created this channel 8 years ago. For any reason at any time, it could all just vanish, and I would have absolutely no way to get it back. And it's not like, it wouldn't be like illegal or anything. Like, there's no law that says that YouTube has to continue to host my shit. So it could just be gone. Gone. So we're getting a lot more into the idea of making physical things that we can send to people, because then you can actually have it and it actually exists. And, if you want to delete that, you can do it in a more fun way by like burning it or destroying it or tossing it out of a window. The other thing with these CDs, they're real CDs. They work in cars and boom boxes and all that shit. It's not like just for your PC. They are the real deal. If you want to get that shit, the link to get it is in the description of this video. It's $13, and that's with shipping included. 13, because it's lucky number 13. It's spooky, I wanted to make it $12, but then I realized that PayPal is going to charge me $1 for every time I sell a CD just to make the transaction go through. So I changed it to 13 because it counts as a thematic choice. But I also did just explain the real reason. All right. So if you're interested in that, link is in the description of this video, or you can go to minutehour.media, check out the store, CDs, bang, bang, boom. All right. I'm not going to go on and on and on about this, because I'm sure I'll do a community post or whatever. But I wanted to show you that. I am very excited. MoxieFamous has been doing tons of work on this. We didn't just take the first things that we could find. Like, he's tested multiple cases and papers and all these things to get it dialed in and looking sweet. The man has done the legwork to make this happen that I would never ever do. So thank you, Moxie. We'll talk to him a little later on when we're talking to the boys. Okay, so, and also, this is just the beginning. This is the first thing like this that we're doing. This channel's been around for 8 years to the day. Never done a CD before. And also, I know, CDs. I know you're thinking, who uses CDs? It's you. It's got to be you. You have to be the change that we need to see in the world. We need physical things back. Obviously, vinyl would be cool or whatever, because that's that's extra physical. But I don't know how to fucking, how do you press vinyl? That's a very different process. CDs is something we can manage, and do in a very good way, even. Okay, that's enough about the CDs. I'm excited about it. I want you to get the CD. Like I said, first 95 will reach you before Halloween, so you will get quote-unquote early access to the Marcus and Minkus special. You can also get that if you go on Patreon. Also, if you are on my Patreon, there's a coupon code, so you could save $5, which you would pay to get on the Patreon. So it's nothing. You save nothing. But just in case you're interested in saving nothing, there's an option for you. All right, so let's get into some calls. Let's set this shit up. All right. The number is going on screen now. 518-288-7938. We are talking about relationships. Anything you can think of regarding relationships. Maybe you've got some helpful hints or some harrowing tales, or maybe everything's going great and you just want to show off, brag.
Call from Jaden.
Dude, first call. Jaden, first.
I was first the other time too.
I know. It was like 3 shows in a row. You're getting on mad early.
Well, I'm up early.
It's 8 o'clock.
Huh? Yeah.
It's nighttime.
Okay, well, I go to bed really early, so if you want to avoid me, start streaming at 10 and I'll be gone. I'll be asleep.
All right, well, I'll keep that under advisement. All right, Jaden, relationships. Have you ever been in one?
Yes.
How'd it go?
It went fine.
Is it ongoing or is it over?
It's gone, but I do have a story.
Going.
That's why I called in. No, it's gone.
Oh, it's gone. I see. It's gone.
It was a high school thing.
Okay.
And I'm out of high school, so things end.
Is that why it ended? Did you go your separate ways, like physically, location-wise?
Yeah, they went to college in Washington.
Wow.
That's like all across the country.
Oh yeah. Hey.
And
but you didn't try the long distance relationship, which so many people try?
No.
Why?
They didn't like me that much.
Oh, I see.
So it's fine though. It's fine.
Did you get dumped?
Yeah.
Damn! Jaden got dumped. Is it still raw? Should I not be so rude about it?
No, it was like a year ago.
Okay.
We're good.
All right. What did you learn from that? Okay, yeah. Why don't you talk? I'm leading too much. Go ahead.
Well, you're like prying into my personal life. I guess that's the point.
Yeah, that's how this is gonna go.
That is the point. But I wanted to talk about something else.
Okay, go for it.
So in the beginning, you were talking about how if you started dating animal, you would tell people, right?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I real shit. I was talking to my coworker like a week ago, and he was like, "Oh yeah, my grandpa like got arrested for like trying to fuck a goat." I'm like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "When was this?" He's like, "I don't know, the 50s." And I tried to press for more, and he's like, "That's all I know." I'm like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm completely serious." I'm like, "What? Did they press charges?" And he's like, "No, because it was his own goat." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, that is complicated.
That's
so. So you don't have the extra info that we need here. I'm trying to wonder. Like, he must have been caught in the act then.
I don't know, but we live in the South, so.
Unless, I mean, you said he got arrested for trying to fuck a goat. Unless he was just like going around bragging like, "Tonight's the night, baby. I'm fucking this goat."
I don't know, because like his grandfather was deceased when he was born. You know what I mean? So he just heard it through the grapevine.
Oh, I see. So maybe it's just maybe it's a legend, a tall tale.
It might be, because if I died and people started spreading that kind of stuff about me, you know what I mean?
That'd be rude. You would have to. That's the other thing we consider. If people are just making it up, maybe this guy did. Maybe people had a chip on their shoulder against this guy, and they just wanted to start spreading slander about him.
That really could be it.
So you never
met. You better watch you piss off, because one day you're going to be gone and you won't be able to stop people from talking shit.
Dude, even if you're alive, I mean, hey, with the internet, it's the best way to spread gossip ever in the history of man.
Yeah, I mean, with deepfakes, someone could put your face on a goat fucker.
Oh, shit. That's a good idea. Yeah, I was talking with my friend about the deepfake shit and how it's just going to reach the point in a few years where nothing is real anymore. You'll never know what's real, and so nothing will be real.
Yeah, that and AI art, it's insane.
Fuck AI art. All right,
I'm really, really mad.
I gotta go now, Jaden. Thanks for the.
Oh,
we're doing quick.
Well, it's gonna break up relationships for sure.
AI art.
Yeah, so like, you like put in, like, have you seen all the stuff about like women in the AI art? And it's like, this is the ideal woman, and it's just like, you know what I'm talking about.
I was thinking like you would feed the AI art like your out of relationship crush and be like, I want to see her and me doing pornographic acts.
That's like, yeah, that's beyond. You know what I mean? Like, what if you go over to somebody's house and you go on their computer and it's just like AI porn of you? What then?
It's
a whole new level of creepy.
Oh man, that's a bummer to think about.
Time to be a creep.
You're right. Because now usually the creep was limited by their own imagination, or they'd have to, hide up in trees or whatever to peep and whatnot. But now they can just peep from within their rooms.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even easy to be a creep now because, ladies are on the internet, like, taking pictures of themselves and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the creeps do. Hey, first of all, I don't know what the creeps do on the internet. That's the first point I want to make.
You sure?
But if I was a creep on the internet, I would say it's probably pretty easy to creep on every lady because they willingly take pictures of themselves looking, whatever.
I wouldn't say every lady.
Yeah, I did just generalize very vastly.
Yeah, and plus there's a bunch of pictures of goats online too, so.
Pictures of who?
You don't have to go to your local... Pictures of goats. You don't have to go to your local farmer. They're just there.
All right, nice. You brought it back around. That's a perfect ending.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
I'll leave you alone. Bye.
Bye, Jaden. Dude, Jaden quickly becoming a regular on the Collins Show. Goats. We're talking goats. We're talking AI, deep fake. How's that going to interact with your relationship?
Call from
James.
To accept, press 1.
James?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Good. Yourself?
Pretty good. We're talking about relationships today.
Yep.
What's your take on that?
Well, do we want to go for more of a personal stories or throwing anything out?
I would love a personal story, but whatever you want to do.
Well, I got one when I was younger. I was dating a girl, and it lasted for about a year.
How young are we talking?
I was 19 and she was 17.
Okay.
So not too terrible.
The tail end of high school, just out of high school.
Yeah. But the highlight of that was she had been homeschooled her entire life. From kindergarten all the way through. And her dad was essentially just a borderline cult leader at this point.
Nice.
So that was a highlight during the entire relationship, was dealing with him. The man basically worshipped Donald J. Trump.
Whoa.
In his free time.
And this is back in the day you're talking. Is this...
Yeah, just after he got elected.
Okay.
So the golden years for this man.
So it was not a religious type cult, it was a political one?
Well, that, and he thought he was a prophet as well. So they kind of go hand in hand.
He thought Trump was a prophet.
Oh, no. He thought he was a prophet.
Oh, God. That's even worse.
Yeah. So we keep going out. Me and the chick. We'll just say her name was Emily.
Okay.
And Dad's psycho the entire time, but I can deal with it. Chick was pretty nice all the way around. But it all kind of comes to a summit when I go over to their house one evening. They're all just sitting in the living room doing just kind of a normal family. 2 kids, the girl saying dad, mom. Normal until I get into there. And they're watching reruns of the election, okay?
Like election night coverage?
Yeah. Of when they announced Trump getting into office. And keep in mind, I've been seeing her for almost a year at this point. And I come in, sit down, and election's going on. Everything seems semi okay. And then at the point they announced he was elected, keep in mind, man's already in office. Yeah. And they all just jump up and just like start rejoicing.
Wow.
And
this was an activity they like invited you to be a part of?
Oh yeah, they invited me over, but I didn't know, like, it wasn't explicitly stated that this was what was going to be happening.
Yeah.
And over time he starts making more prophecies and whatnot, and that was a highlight too. I could get him just going on a 40-minute rant over pretty much anything related, and I would just end up standing there in a driveway and just nodding yes to this 50-year-old man ranting on and on and on about Donald J. Trump.
Yeah, what was like kind of the nature of these prophecies?
Well, particularly as soon as particularly later on, as soon as Biden started getting onto the picture at all, all kinds of great stuff on that.
Oh, yeah.
And then Hillary as well. Just your pretty standard far alt-right info. The man would be the stonings, like a lot of Old Testament stuff just being done to modern politicians.
Repeat that? What about the stonings?
There would be certain politicians he'd prophesy that would be stoned in the near future.
Oh, wow.
Like, not like
yeah,
like with like Old Testament, not like
with stones, not with green
not
weed.
Not our modern references, but
so he was prophesizing that high-ranking politicians would be assassinated by a large group of. Dude,
yeah, pretty much.
Time will tell.
Yeah. So that was some of the highlights of that.
So how long did that relationship last then? How long? I mean, because I assume you knew about this pretty early on. You say you were getting continuous rants about this. So how long did it take for you to say that this is not going to work out?
About a year and a half. And well, I honestly, I thought the kid, I was hoping that Emily was wasn't quite like infected, but then she started like I took her out to dinner with my family, like a couple of family members, and she started spouting this off to my family members. I'm just like, oh, okay. So this is your thought pattern as well now. Dude. And that was kind of what brought it to an end there. I didn't realize how far gone she was as well.
Yeah, I see. In the current day here, do you ever do a little keeping tabs? Do you ever look up her social media or something, or is she not on the internet? Or are you not interested?
I drove past their house about 3 months ago, and because they have a giant cross in their front yard that is adorned with Trump signs, and I wanted to see if that was still there or not.
Was it?
But other than that, we haven't talked in like a couple of years now.
Because I would be curious, like if Emily is growing out of it or doubling down. Because those seem like the only options.
I would be curious. I feel like once she moves out or tries to go to college, that the real world might dole it out a little bit, but it could be interesting to see where that ends up going.
Yeah. All right, hey man, thank you for telling us that story.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on.
All right, you have a great night.
You as well.
Bye-bye. Dude, nice. Watching reruns of the election. That's pretty good. As if it just happened.
Call from
David.
David.
Oh my God, what's up? Two streams in a row.
Say what?
2 streams in a row.
David, what did we talk about last time?
I was the fucking dude who talked shit about poems. And then immediately after me, there was a dude who had like a super fly poem.
Right. That's good. That's perfect. All right, so what's going on today? We're talking about relationships.
Yeah. No, I'll give you the update to the thing I told you last time.
All right, yeah.
I was all pissed off that my boyfriend wouldn't come and see me or whatever.
Right.
Right. Okay, so that's dead now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's moving.
There you go. So,
yeah, right?
Now you don't even have to worry about it.
Right? Yeah, it's officially no longer my fucking problem.
Is that?
Yeah.
That's how you feel? You're feeling good? Clean break?
No, I feel really shitty about it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, man. What are you going to do? Where's he going? Why is he going?
So he's moving, same state, but he's going like 4 hours away. And for me, that's like too long distance to like work anything out. And, but he's going, he's doing, what is it? It was like a criminal, forensics or something, something along those lines that he's going to a school or something for that.
Have you tried, doing a long distance before? Long distance relationship?
No, I'm too physical. It would never work.
Nice.
I gotta have someone here, because like the whole problem like before with him was that like he just wasn't around enough, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you can fucking text me and call me every fucking day, but if I don't see you, I don't see you, and that's, you know, it just doesn't work for me.
Dude, what I've noticed about the long distance relationships though, and I've been in them, is that, you know, you can keep a real mediocre relationship on life support when it's long distance, because it's just like your obligation is so reduced. Like all you gotta do is like call the person every day or every couple days. You know, you don't even barely have to like them. You can keep that going for years.
Right, but like, is that not like kind of shitty for both of you?
Oh yeah,
You know? Like,
oh yeah, it's bad. But it'll work.
That just doesn't sound fun.
Yeah. Well, it'll work until eventually you got to meet up at some point, and then you're like, oh yeah, this actually isn't a relationship. This doesn't work. So you made the right decision. No long distance, rather.
Oh yeah. No, I've seen a lot of my friends have tried that shit before, and it just always looks like shitty.
Yeah. So what's the plan now?
It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I'll probably just focus on work or something.
Oh, wow. Nice. Productivity?
Yeah. I don't know. I live in a small town, and there's not like a huge fucking gay community around me. So it's like, if something happens, it's got to like, you know, happen. But options are pretty limited. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Not a lot of swinging dicks.
Yeah, not anymore. They all move away.
Dude, maybe you gotta move. You gotta move to the, like, wherever this gay mecca is that they're all going.
Oh yeah? Yeah, I've been thinking that, but I'm finally like establishing myself here. It's like, I don't know, that would suck.
All right, so you gotta bring the gays to you.
Yeah.
It could work. How do you do it? How do you find gay people in a place where you know, it's like it's not as obvious like a big city?
You have to go to a place where you assume there's gonna be gay people.
Like where?
you have to seek them out.
Where do you go?
Well, I don't know. You can
karaoke,
use, like, apps and shit. Yeah, karaoke.
Oh, yeah.
But you just meet everybody at karaoke. Karaoke is just a wonderful place for everybody. It's all inclusive.
Okay. These apps. Like, what's that app? Grindr?
Grindr's so lame. It's like all bots there.
Oh, man.
But yeah, apps that.
What are the hip gay apps? Tell us. Inform our audience.
I don't know. There's like Blitzed and Buzzed, and I don't know. There's like 17 of them.
Dude, those all
you gotta like kind of surf them all, because
those two sounded pretty rapey to me. Blitzed and Buzzed.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're all kind of rapey. Like no joke, like it's a pretty toxic like way to meet people.
On Blitzed. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, if that's your only option, what else are you gonna do?
Right. Yeah. So most of my other relationships I've just like formed like from coworkers.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I've always that's a dicey one, isn't it?
I mean, it can be easily, yeah.
Let me ask you this: with people that you've been in relationships with, does it end on okay terms, or is it like we hate each other?
Oh no, I've never ended a relationship and like hated the other person.
Okay.
Some of them might hate me, but I'm always the heartbreaker, so it's like, whatever.
Nice. Yeah, because that's the weird thing with the coworkers. It's like if the relationship gets real sour, then you gotta work together with this person that hates you or you hate each other. That's no fun.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I wouldn't know because everybody loves me, but yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, hey dude, thanks for calling in again. Good to hear from you. Sorry that this hasn't worked out, but now you're gonna be more productive, so it's probably a net positive.
Oh yeah, no, I'll switch it to my benefit somehow.
All right, nice. All right, have a good one, man.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Bye. I forgot about all my relationship stories I could have told. I'll do it before the next. I'll do it like after the next break or something. I don't want to take. I was getting amped on the CDs. Although now Google's doing that fun thing where it's getting a lot of calls at once, so it just won't take any of them. So maybe I'll try to tell this one quickly. All right, my first relationship was when I was in 6th grade, and it started over email. This lady, I can call her Rachel. That is her name, but you don't know her last name, so that's fine. Rachel. Me and Rachel started emailing the summer of 5th grade going to 6th grade. To be honest, I don't remember how I got her email. That's still confusing to me to this day. But somehow I had Rachel's email, and we started getting on an email relationship. That's way better than a chat. Still to this day, I prefer emails to like text chat or whatever, because the chat thing's like all conversational. The email, that's business. It's professional. You got time to think. Compose an email, write your response. It's like a letter. The text is just like it's just that shit. I don't know how to text. That's like what the dating apps are. It's like texting. I don't know how. I wish there were email dating apps. All right, we do have somebody here.
Call from
Sean.
Oh my gosh, this is Mr. Hour.
How's it going, Sean?
It's going well.
Have I talked to you before? Your voice sounds familiar.
It does? No, this is my first time breaking through to the other side.
All you fucking people sound the same to me.
We're all like guys in our late 20s, early 30s.
That's true. All right, Sean.
Scattered across America.
How's it going? We're talking relationships today. What you got to say about that?
Ooh, man. Ooh. Well, I actually literally just got back home from a wedding. I was at yesterday.
Oh, shit.
It's my cousin's wedding.
Cousin,
yeah. He's like, the same age as me, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I mean, so I've been in a relationship for like 5 years now, and
oh shit!
My parents are looking at me like, hey, Sean, are you gonna do this whole wedding thing too?
Right.
But
what do you think?
I mean, it's tough. Like what you were saying about the distance. I mean, we've been doing distance the last like 4 years.
Dude. You're fucked. You're fucked. I was just cursing everybody in a long distance relationship.
Did. Why did you do that?
Oh man, dude. So how much distance? How often are you able to see this person in real life?
I mean, we've been trying to see each other at least like 4 times a year or so.
Dude,
so we were both doing school. Like we were both doing med school. She was med school on the East Coast, and I was on the West Coast. And so I just graduated, so now I'm working. So a lot less free time to spare. But she's still a fourth-year med student, so. But hopefully she'll match to a residency program where I will be at. So.
Is that the plan? You guys join after school?
That's the plan. But it's not a given at this point. But
so give me the rundown of your long distance relationship. What is the actual like? How much contact do you guys have? How do you contact each other? What's the regiment here?
The regiment.
Yeah.
So we like text throughout the day, pretty much every day, and then we'll talk on the phone or like FaceTime for like an hour or so. You know, like a couple times a week, probably a little bit more if we're less busy, a little bit less if we're busier. But yeah, like it's we've gotten into such a routine, you know. It's like I almost wonder, you know, like what has changed in the last several years. It's hard to really know.
What's the longest you guys have spent like together when you are together?
When we first started dating, we were together for a whole year, and that was just incredible. It was fantastic. But yeah, then when we're back together, it's always like a very novel thing because, you know, we spend so much time apart, and then we're finally back together for like a week usually. Sometimes just like a long weekend, and it's like kind of novel again. So I feel like I don't know. I feel like we kind of need to get to the point where it's like we're back together in the same place, and it becomes a little bit more routine. But I don't know.
Dude, that's what's odd about it. I mean, like, I can get along with anybody for a weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the real test is you know, like I mean, obviously, like being married, that's a big difference.
Yes, I agree. But it's like, I don't know, like maybe we have different long-term goals. Like she's pretty against kids and I'm kind of on the fence. It's like, oh God, dude. How do you decide?
Yeah, so what do you guys talk about when it comes to your future together?
I mean, we like mostly just focus on, I guess, some of the more superficial things, or like, I don't know. Shit, man. I shouldn't have called in.
Yeah, dude. You're fucked. You're fucked. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I think it's going to work out, you know? I think you guys are going to get married and have a wonderful life together, and you are going to have children.
Wow, my gosh. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
I'm calling it.
Mr. Minute.
I'm prophesizing.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll have to manifest it now.
Well,
that
so,
it's
I mean,
been
like,
prophesized.
So what was the wedding like? You said your family was at the wedding thinking like, hey, why don't you do this? Is that how you were feeling? Were you feeling the pressure, or were you thinking like, this actually doesn't appeal to me?
I mean, I don't know, like I like weddings. Like I think it'd be super fun to have one. And just I like the idea of getting married. But part of me is like, is it too soon for me? Like I've basically been a serial monogamist my whole adult life. Like one very long relationship, like immediately into another. I feel like I haven't really had like single time, you know, to just like think about myself. But the wedding itself, it was super fun. I was avoiding family, focusing on hanging out with my cousin's friends and imbibing.
Nice. Which is what weddings are for. Getting shit wasted.
Yeah, this morning was pretty rough.
Nice.
Not gonna lie. Flew back home and it was also pretty rough. I just got back home like an hour ago.
Oh, damn. Well, dude, I wish you the best.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I don't think it's.
We'll see how
it's probably not
prophecy goes.
Yeah, it's probably not as bad as I'm pretending it is.
I mean, I do love her. Like, she is the best person that I know. And
that's a big one. That counts for something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, too.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
All right, you have a good day. Bye.
You too. Adios.
chance. Just kidding, guy. I know you're still listening. That was just for you, JK. I have no idea what your relationship is like. It's probably great. I think it's gonna work out. I don't know. I don't know. Let's vote on it. Chat, vote. Is this gonna work out? Let's do that. When people call in about their relationships, is it gonna work? And then, you'll have some like survey data to go off of. It won't just be yourself. What are we getting? Yep, no, nay, yes, no, no way. Do you read comments? No, RIP, yes. This is looking pretty split, 50-50, so that's not bad. 0% chance. NGMI. What does that mean? Not gonna make it. Is that what that means? Okay. Anyway, my 6th grade girlfriend, we got together by email. We were fully dating by 6th grade. I remember it took about 7 months for us to make any kind of physical contact, and that was holding hands. A few months after that, we hugged. We actually planned our first hug by email, saying like during flex period at the end of the day, Friday, it's the end of the week, last chance possible, flex period, the end of the day. Meet me in front of the bathroom. We're gonna hug. And we did. I was so nervous. I thought I was gonna fucking die. I was having like a panic attack at the idea of hugging this girl in 6th grade. But we did it. We fucking hugged. And you know what? A few months later, I kissed her on the cheek. And you know what? Several months later after that, we kissed on the lips, and she said that I kissed like a dead fish. A dead fish, she said. And she was right, because I didn't know you're supposed to like move your lips or anything, or any kind of. I thought you just planted and waited, just waited for it to be over. But I guess not. I guess you're supposed to. Fucking whatever. I learned. I know how to do that shit now. No problem. I had this crush on this other girl before Rachel. This is the girl who I really wanted to date in 5th grade. And I want to say her full name because she's got a great name. But it's not right. But I will say her first name. Anna. Anna. Not Anna. Anna. First of all, nice name. Anna. Super big crush on her. I found her in the phone book. I'm not rejecting calls, by the way. I'm eating time while I'm waiting for a call to come through. I'm not like rejecting anyone's call. It's just Google is fucking up right now, so I'm vamping, as we say. Super obsessed with Anna. I remember I invited her to my 5th grade birthday party, which we went to see Finding Nemo. I got really pissed because she didn't sit with me. She sat with my friend Brady, who turns out was super gay. Became super gay later in life. So it was just a waste for her to sit next to him. But I guess she was more comfortable with him or something. Because I was like this little 5th grade creep. So to add on to the creepiness, I looked her up in the phone book during the summertime. So I was like, I'm gonna make this work with Anna. And I looked her up in the phone book, and I called her, and I got the voicemail, and I called her again a minute later, got the voicemail, and I kept calling over and over and over and over again. Like, maybe 100 times. Seriously. And never got through. And then later, the people at that house called my parents, and they were like, you need to tell your son to stop calling my number. This is not... There are no children here. This is the wrong number. We've got 100 calls. We've got 50 voicemails. No more. And I got reamed out by the wrong people. It never worked out. Apparently she was unlisted or something. All right, these calls just aren't coming through, so I'm going to take a break so we can figure out what the fuck is going on here. Let me put on Do Not Disturb. All the music from the stream today is from an artist known as INFJ. What is that? One of those like, is that like a personality test thing or something? I don't know what that stands for. But it's from their album Sanctum. The link to this album Sanctum by INFJ is in the description of this video. It is a free album, a pay what you want sort of deal. So go ahead and if you're enjoying that music, click on that link and download this album. And you can get it for free or you can pay a couple bucks for it. Whatever you decide. We'll be back in about 4 minutes. Yeah.
Pumpkin is not centered. Oh!
I mean, if it was centered, it would not look very good. Off center, like that's, yeah.
Huh?
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 What?
Huh?
How's it going, boys?
Huh?
He was quizzed me on the CD, on like the art on the CD, the off kilter. Like it was like, hey, is that accidental? That's way off kilter. No, obviously that's
intentional as an artistic point.
What was off kilter? The front,
the front jack-o'-lantern. The jack-o'-lantern on the CD. He was like, "Hey."
Yeah, that was a mistake.
That's like way off center as a mistake. Jesus Christ!
Fuck!
I thought, listen, Quait. I know you're a doctor.
We live off precision.
Stick to medical shit.
You know, I would never.
Fucker. Motherfucker.
Huh?
All right, boys.
Yeah.
Topic
We got
today.
heated.
Yeah,
Way too heated.
It's all right.
Yeah.
We're talking relationships today.
Oh no.
You guys familiar with that at all?
Wait, put the boys on the screen. Put the boys Discord on the screen so people know who's talking.
You're right.
Quait. Clout chaser, huh?
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quait, what's
you
your
and I sound too similar.
Quait, what's your social media that you're pimping?
Go to youtube.com/goatsy. That's my YouTube channel. Go to goatsy.cx.
Classic Quait content. That's how he made his name, by opening up his ass.
I opened myself to the world.
I don't like that.
My first major, long-term relationship, she broke up with me before we went bowling. This was 9 months in, right before we went bowling. I was like, "Can you just do this after we went bowling, not right before?" And then it was a week before my birthday when we were gonna go to not a Renaissance fair, a maker fair sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, could you just wait a week and a half after my birthday so we can go bowling and to this thing that we planned to go to and then break up with me? So she broke up with me before we went bowling. I met up with her. She went, "Hey, we make more sense as friends."
Did she just
what the shit?
Did she just really not want to go bowling?
And then we went bowling, and then we went a week later to the Maker Fair because I had already bought tickets. It's whatever. Yeah,
so
sure. Yeah, we're still friends. I like you, but whatever the shit. Goddamn, just wait 2 weeks to do this.
What's she doing now?
She's married. She's working on animation shit for some, probably slave labor.
Dude, we could have used that.
Huh?
I would have loved to use your wife for our entertainment things.
Nah. Her dad was the Mukesh. His name was Mukesh.
Oh.
That's where the name came from.
Shit.
Oh.
She was Indian?
Half, yeah. Half Indian and half Irish Catholic. What a mix.
Whoa.
It was interesting for sure.
Yeah.
It was an interesting family, interesting dynamic. But I don't want to get into that too much.
Will you just say what was the more dominant culture in that household?
I don't know. It depends because the son was studying to become part of the clergy. So it was very, very Catholic.
Yeah.
But they were also pretty Indian. It was a weird mix.
Solid mix.
Yeah, it was a weird mix.
Dude, so is that the most recent one, or is that just the most entertaining one?
I don't like to get into my personal life too much. That's the most entertaining long-term relationship I've been in. Yeah,
that's all you're gonna tell us.
Yeah.
What about you, Quait? Are you an open book?
I'm an open book. I'll
I
go
knew
deep,
it.
but
I
none
knew
of
it.
it's- why'd you know it? Why'd you know that?
Because you're a clout chaser.
Motherfucker!
The only way to get it.
Dude, Quay, you're like, "Oh, I'm on vacation in India and I met some chick and she's some amazing shit and I need to move and then, oh no, it's not going to work out. I'm going to move somewhere else and oh shit, I'm an alcoholic."
yeah, that is how that ended.
Dude,
that wasn't a relationship. That was a tryst.
That's lifestyle. That's your entire lifestyle, yeah.
All right. It was, so without shitting on Quay, we've done our we've met our quota for shitting on Quate already very early on. But Quate, what's your deal with relationships? What are your thoughts,
dude? I don't know. I don't. Okay, I'm gonna keep it light. I'm gonna keep this not depressing, because that's the theme of the show, is that it should be depressing, but then like it managed to be funny and good. But I don't think
it's not supposed to be depressing.
It's
it's not supposed to be depressing. It's about relationships. If you think relationships in general are depressing, that says something about you, and we should not listen to you.
Dude, well, I just said ease up shitting on Quate.
Shitting on Quate.
It was 1 second later.
Quate, your relationships are bad. We should not listen to them.
Quate, what is your dating situation right now? You're in the big shitty. There's an infinite number of women there.
I'm struggling. I met somebody a month and change ago, and then we kind of hit it off. We met a few times, it was good. And then she went to California for 3.5 weeks, and the momentum is gone, and I'm kind of like not interested, but I can't ghost her because that's fucked up.
You're not interested in her?
No, something.
What happened? What happened in California?
Dude, chicks in California love ghost stories.
Yeah, it's the Halloween month, so it's appropriate that I ghost her.
I see.
Okay,
here's
a laundry list.
Okay.
During one hangout, we were watching stuff, and she just kept taking control of the YouTube hangout, and she kept showing fucking H3 clips. H3.
Dang. Are you gonna deal with that shit for the rest of your life? No way.
That's what I was starting to think. It's like I can tolerate this a little, but she wouldn't even watch. I showed her. I don't think I showed her the minute hour. I just showed her some videos, and she just reacted negatively. She was just like, I don't like that. She just kept saying, yeah, I don't like that. But then one time after I showed her stuff, she was like, do you watch stand up? I bet you would be bad at that. I was like, what? Fuck you.
Okay, wait, Quate.
So what are the positives of this lady?
She's
honest.
She's got,
She's honest.
She's honest. She is honest.
Well, say, hey, she was telling you that she didn't like the videos that you were showing her. Did you tell her that you didn't like the videos she was showing you?
Yeah, no. I saw the good in those videos. I showed. So I wasn't fully honest. Ask Quaid what he should. I literally don't remember. Dennis Quaid.
I love Dennis Quaid, by the way.
You're not the real Quaid.
I'm the fake Quaid. The fake Dennis. Yeah, no, she also has this dog, and I'm not a big dog person.
What type of dog are we talking here? Like having sex with that dog, or some other type of dog?
No, it's a woman dog. It's a multi-poop.
So having sex with a dog, that's a woman dog.
You can't have sex with a woman dog.
Oh, they'll make it happen.
Hey, yeah. You just gotta try.
Yeah, apparently she talks all the time about how the dog shits on her bed and vomits on her bed and vomits on the carpet and yaps all the time. She says these as if they're good things. She's like, "Oh, it's so cute." Like she vomited on my bed today, and I'm like,
"Dude, she was telling you what she wanted."
When I'm out walking and when I'm out and about, and I don't want to be sexist, but I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like whenever I see a lady with a dog, I avoid them because I've been attacked by dogs 4 times in the last year. And they're all lady owners. I avoid dogs. If I see somebody with a dog and it's a dude, I go, maybe it's safe. If it's a chick, I go, okay. They're literally a dog would bounded across the yard and came bounding tried to attack me and the person I was walking with, and the lady was like, "Oh shit, Sam, are you hungry?" No, you do not. They didn't attack us because they were hungry. They attacked us because they're shit. They're not trained well. So I avoid that. I avoid that route. I avoid Sam. I avoid the chick that trained that dog.
The name is Sam for a dog.
It's. I mean, Sam's a pretty neutral name.
It's not a good dog name, Sam.
I mean,
Sam.
what is a good dog name? You know, what's a good dog name?
I don't know. Huh?
When I was growing up, my dogs were named Lucy and Ethel. You know, those are normal human names. Huh?
Huh? Puddles? That's a good dog name.
Puddles. Ooh.
Puddles.
That's a nice,
Yeah.
soft name.
But that's like you're making a self-fulfilling prophecy that dog's gonna piss everywhere. I had a dog named Ernie when we were growing up. Ernie.
Oh, that's like a Muppet name.
That's a great, yeah. No, yeah.
You got Bert. Where's Bert?
Yeah.
Okay, it was not after the Sesame Street character. It was just its own name. Why can't you guys fucking understand that?
I get it. It's just a good name, okay?
Exactly. Hell
It's
yeah.
a good
That's
name,
like-
just like
yeah.
Sesame Street was good too, okay?
You're right.
We're
Everyone's
equating
right.
it with something good.
Everyone's
Don't
right.
shit on us because we like it based off of something else we like, okay?
We had a lot of
God.
testosterone. In
Jesus
chat.
Christ.
God.
We
Don't
must all be
shit on
fighting
us.
over
We
the
know what we're
same
talking
girl.
about. Ernie is a good name. It's a strong name,
That's why-
okay?
That's what I wanted to
Ernie.
hear. Okay. Toner, what about your
What?
relationship? You've got one of those.
I do.
Are you too drunk
I've
to
been in a
talk about that?
relationship- Oh, no. But I am pretty drunk. That's the cool thing with you starting to stream at 8 at all is because
Yeah, it's
like
too
I've
late.
been pretty I'm pretty out there.
Wait, Toner, do you still have a job? What happened?
Oh,
right.
Oh, yeah. What's going on? It's so complicated. What's going on?
All right. I haven't worked in like so long.
Oh no.
I'm still getting my paychecks, but I worked one day last week. I worked one day.
You're still
Oh
getting
my
paid?
God.
What you're paid
Yeah.
for this?
Yeah, I'm
You getting
salaried.
paychecks?
Yeah,
That's
no, they're
shit.
still signing the checks and shit. It's really fucking weird. Every time I go to work, it's like an apocalypse in that warehouse. They're like, "What are we doing today?" It's like, I don't know. Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
No, it's all right. I have like an email drafted like for the like competitor distillery like gave me an interview and they're like, you should hear back in 2 weeks, and it's like 5 or 6 weeks later. I'm like, okay, I'm probably gonna try and reach out again.
Damn.
But
Oh,
you
man.
know, yeah.
Oh, how is that affecting your relationship?
Thank you, Moxie.
I get to spend nice segue there. I
Picking
get
up
to
the
spend
slack.
more time with my partner, Jen.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
She sounds
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
goddamn cool.
Yeah, Jen is very cool. Jen's the coolest. Jen's cooler than me. I'm pretty lame by comparison, if I'm being honest.
Don't be honest.
Okay, I won't be honest. You know what? Actually, this alcohol is like a truth serum, though. So I'm an open book, I guess.
Are you able to lie on alcohol? Is that like even?
Am I able to lie on alcohol? No, I don't think you can. I don't think it's medicinally possible.
Toner, would you say that one of you, forgive me if this is not a great way of putting this, one of you wears the pants, or do you share the pants?
We share the pants. You kidding me?
You got
Oh my God.
one leg in each?
Sister,
for sure.
Brotherhood of Traveling Pants.
Are you you're
I mean, like,
partners, right?
Yeah,
Partnerhood?
partners in crime. Partners in crime.
How's that?
We share the pants. Split the chores.
You don't believe in a subordinate relationship?
No. None of that.
Like a child
None of
bride?
that. No, what?
Like a child bride?
Child bride?
I mean, I'm just saying you don't believe in that.
That's a pretty extreme example.
Where'd
they
fine.
come from?
Fine. I'm just saying he doesn't believe in a child bride.
He's like, okay, I'm in a long-term relationship where we have a pretty decent thing going on. Hey, what do you think about child brides?
Yeah,
That's
man,
not
that's
ex-
out of left
that
field.
that's nothing to do with this relationship. Come on,
Too much.
dude.
Too far. I get it.
Too far.
I get it. So
What's
you
the
guys,
opposite of a child bride? An elder bride?
Killing an old lady, maybe.
Yeah, geriatric.
Oh gosh.
But so Toner, you guys you're doing the equal thing. You guys split everything equally, the responsibilities.
Pretty much. Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Do you ever?
We're both pants wearers.
Are you good at picking up this slack when the other one's like maybe having an off week or something?
Oh my gosh, for sure. I don't even look. We rely on each other, and I mean, I don't know how much I can disclose about the pragmatic aspects of our relationship and stuff, but I've been helping Jin out. But I also know that Jin would help me out if I was in a similar situation,
That seems ideal.
Yeah. It is.
See,
but
like,
you know what
like
sucks actually is the paying for things and then going back and looking at receipts and stuff and okay, you paid for this, I paid for this. That is kind of, I let that get away from me, and then I have to look at a month's worth of receipts. That does kind of suck.
Shit, you actually look at receipts?
Keeping the books.
Yeah, I got a pile of receipts right now, and I got.
You really are partners.
Yeah.
This is like business partner level.
Yeah, we're gonna open a distillery together.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Why do you get it? Why do you get it?
Yeah.
Why do you get it?
There's so many good name opportunities. Toner Martini, Gin Martini.
Dude,
there's so much good there.
Gin. Are you kidding me? Oh my god! I made gin today. I made some more gin. It's very coincidental.
Is that a one-day process?
I mean, if you take everything into consideration, maybe 3 hours,
That's it.
Hour for the run.
Shit.
Yeah.
Is this bathtub gin, or is this proper
No,
gin?
this is I've done bathtub gin. I did it before I did real gin, but when I got my hypothetical still, I started making real vapor infused gin. It's pretty good. It's better than the gin that my own fucking company sells.
Nice.
It's better than a lot of gin that I've tried at other places too.
The stuff that they ship in and buy and rebottle, right? Yeah.
The neutral spirit,
Yeah, neutral spirits. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's better. It's better.
Oh man, shit.
Yeah.
So you guys are partners now, and you even plan to become for real business partners in the future.
To a degree, I don't know what the specifics are going to be. I'm definitely the distillery driven one, and Jin knows a lot more about I'm the one making the juice. Jin knows the actual setting aspect a little bit more, the community parts and the hospitality, front of house, back of house. You know what I mean?
Marketing, huh?
I mean, I fucking studied. Oh, you know what? I know the fucking marketing analytics, and Jin knows how to actually speak to other people through mediums.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really
hell
complimentary. Yeah. It's really complimentary.
I think you guys can make it work. Pretty sure of it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if things get dicey, you can start stabbing people in the throat with a fake sword.
Yeah, I always got that, don't I? I always got my sword skills to fall back on should anything go awry.
Child bride, that's so far out of left field. Stabbing people with a sword, totally natural conversation. Fucking retards. I'm fucking done with you boys. Goodbye. God damn. Boys piss me off sometimes. All right. We're going back to the calls. The number is 518-288-7938. That's the wrong fucking thing. God damn, son of a bitch. 518-288-7938. We're talking about relationships. Any aspect of relationships. It could be a relationship you're in currently, one that you've had in the past, or what you want in the future.
Call from
Mark.
Mark.
Man.
How's it going, dude?
Good.
Good. We're talking about relationships today.
Yeah. I've been in a long distance one for 3 years.
Ooh, damn. We were shitting on that earlier.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh, yeah. What do you think? Are we wrong?
I beg to differ. I got out of a 10-year relationship.
10?
That was hell. 2 kids involved.
Oh!
And, yeah, after that, my new relationship's been great.
How long was the 10-year relationship bad for?
About 9 years.
Oh, no. God damn. How quick, when did the kids get in there?
See, probably 3 years into the relationship, and then the other one was more like 8 years into the relationship.
Oh, wow. All right, which one do you want to talk about? The bad relationship or the good current one?
Dealer's choice.
Let's go with, I mean, my heart's telling me the bad one, but we were talking about the long distance stuff, so I'm more curious in that. How are you making the long distance work?
We live in the same state. We're about 2 hours and 40 minutes apart.
Okay, so it's not terrible. It's a drive.
We see each other from Friday to Sunday at least.
There you go.
And we try and throw in other days. We both have 2 kids. We've both gone through the same kind of shitty relationships and know exactly what we don't want. And we definitely make the best of every day we get together. And her ex is actually not health-wise doing very well. So once he's out of the picture, that kind of opens up more avenues to get closer.
Dude, dark. What ails him?
Dark but true.
Is he an elderly gentleman, or has he got AIDS or something?
No substance abuse. Alcohol.
So it's his own damn fault.
That's right.
Nice. You hear that, everybody? If you're struggling with addiction, it's your own damn fault. All right, so that's an interesting plan. You're waiting it out for this guy to perish?
Well, that gives us a little more wiggle room because they're in the middle of a custody battle right now. He's busy dying, but he's still trying to fight for parental rights.
Dude, how could he possibly get that if he's on the way out from drugs?
You would be
alcohol?
surprised how messed up the family court system can be.
That's insane.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how much evidence or documentation you have, really. Our state of Maine protects anybody who's in the middle of substance abuse. It's basically they're disabled in the court side.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a novel way of looking at it.
Yeah.
They need extra, they need to, I see. I don't like that.
Substance abuse. Like,
it is
you have
sad.
to pull a certain Clifford order, I guess they call it, and to try and get that is, you just have to keep throwing money at it, hoping a judge will say, yeah, let's take a look. But no, all the scrutiny falls on the person accusing the other person of substance abuse, I guess. Yeah.
Well, but oh no. The call got dropped. Damn. Wait, I had questions I wanted to fucking ask. Let's see if I can call that guy back. Oh, God, there's so many other numbers in here. All right, never mind. Sorry, dude. That is Google.
Call from
Mark again.
Oh, good. Oh, good. You're back.
Hey, man, sorry about that. I hung up with my ear.
Okay. Well, I was going to ask, or what I was saying was that your long distance regiment here is not that bad. Like, if you're seeing each other for every weekend, that's pretty close to normal.
Our kids all get along awesome.
That's great.
It's just been really good.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's awesome. So then these are the good things. Now let's get into the bad. So what's the deal with the other person, the 10-year lady? What's going on with her?
Well, I had actually been with her back when I was 19. She had just turned 17. Mm-hmm. And we lasted a year then. Then we split up for like 4 or 5 years and got back together thinking that maybe with some time stuff would get better, we'd have more in common. But it really ended up just being us settling for what was convenient. You know, not really trying to find anything, you know, like new, just settling into what's comfortable. And basically it ended up being, I used to do music and I was working 3 jobs. She ended up wanting a kid. I didn't object. So we had my daughter, and I just ended up working all the time. She stayed at home for 5 years. And basically the only way to make her happy was to buy her stuff. Yeah, and I just kind of slowly lost who I was, and I think that's kind of her thing, is to wear somebody down to just take care of her.
Right.
So, yeah, and then...
So she was at home with the kids, though?
She was at home with our daughter, but I wouldn't say she was actually doing much. I'd still say I did the majority of baths, diaper changes, getting up in the middle of the night, dishes, and so on.
But are they, like, how often do they see her now?
We have a split custody now, but for the first couple months I had them while she tried to figure out what she was doing when we split up. Yeah.
So, yeah, like what is your relationship like with her now? Like, are you
minimal communication, just the essentials.
Does it ever explode?
It just didn't work out.
Does it ever get into big arguments, or is it just frosty?
Early on, she actually came to my driveway with my new girlfriend here, and she wanted to meet the new girlfriend that was around the kids, and thought she basically ended up just painting herself in the corner. She came to my driveway without a point, and basically she was trying to accuse us of not having enough room to, you know, house 4 kids, which we did, and just looking for anything, just to create chaos. But she quickly backed down, painted herself in a corner, and that was the last real big argument.
Does she have, she with someone else at this point?
I have no idea.
Dude.
She was with another guy for a year. After we broke up, she quickly moved in with this younger guy, probably almost 10 years younger than her. He had no kids. He partied a lot, and then he ended up cheating on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I remember, like, the worst relationship I ever had, when we finally broke up and it actually stuck, I was just praying all the time that she would get another boyfriend and go crazy with that guy, and so it could divert her crazy energy away from me. And it worked. She had a long string of boyfriends, and they all, she just hates them all, and now I'm not the target anymore.
That's right. It seems like I'm not as much of a priority, which has been nice. It's over the last 2 years, it's definitely quieted down.
Yeah, because you don't want to be the sole object of someone's hatred or obsession.
No, and that's one of the perks of ending a relationship, even though it sucks with kids, is the parents have an opportunity to actually be happy. And not that we were actually negative around the kids, but the environment ends when people aren't enjoying each other's company.
Right.
So it's just been nice to. On my end, I know they're getting the best life they could have. It's so much better than it was. We constantly do stuff with the kids now. I feel compelled to. I don't know about that on their mother's time. It doesn't sound like they do much, but.
Then the last thing I want to ask you then is, what was it that made you actually stop this? If you had stayed together out of comfort, what shook you away from it?
It actually, no, I was at work, and I had a coworker come up to me and say that, hey, aren't you with this girl so-and-so? And I'm like, yeah. And he said, well, I heard that she's been messing around with another guy for a year. And I'm like, oh, well, that's news to me. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And so I called her out on it that evening, and she said, "You just think what you want." And I'm like, "Oh." So I thought about it for 2 days, and then I'm like, "Yeah, I think you should pack up your stuff.
Dude,
what makes you happy?"
Is that that's kind of like a blessing in disguise, though, right? Like
Absolutely.
She gave you the out. Like, this is a perfectly valid reason to end the relationship.
Yeah, and over that first month, I feel like I just woke up. Like I had been almost asleep for almost years.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that things are way better now. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. Well, thanks for taking my call.
All right, you have a great day, man.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, I had a similar thing with one of my girlfriends. It was a terrible, terrible relationship. Kept trying to break up with her. Just wouldn't stick. So I didn't feel like I had a valid enough reason. I would say now, just you can have whatever reason you want. You're allowed to end the relationship whenever you
Call
want.
from Bill Baggins. To accept, press
I'm gonna
1.
guess
to
this
send a
is
voicemail.
Legato. Legato?
No, it's Bill Baggins, man. Didn't you even listen?
Oh, I did not understand what that was at all.
Yeah,
All right.
it's Legato.
Legato, how's it going?
It's going shitty. How's it going with you?
Yeah, you sound depressed.
Yeah, I'm depressed. They gave me a vacation from work, so I'm at the house.
That's
chilling out.
That's no reason to be depressed. Vacation?
Yeah, I don't have to go work.
I'm not.
For Columbus Day is tomorrow. And Columbus kind of like founded the country, so it's pretty important.
Yeah, these are all great things. What makes you depressed then?
Because I have a loving relationship with my job.
Ah, I see. And so you've been forced to go away from your relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just at home, like, scratching my ass, and, like, I masturbated earlier. Then I cleaned up. And then I masturbated, and I had to clean up again.
Okay, so you've been masturbating a lot.
Yeah.
This is
So
taking
when
the
you get
place
old-
of your job. The
Yeah,
job
kinda.
was getting that urge out of the way for you, but now you have to do something else.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of like a job. It's like giving a hand job to yourself.
Yeah. I don't like to think of it as a job.
If you sit on your hand, like your left hand, you sit on it for like 5 minutes, so somebody else do it.
I've heard that. I've not tried it. Does it work?
Yeah, it works, but then you still can't use your left hand very good.
So you get a kind of messed up version of a hand job?
Yeah, it's like you get a hand job for like a retarded person.
That could ruin the whole vibe of the hand job.
Yeah, but retarded things love too. Just sometimes you gotta show them how to do it, and sometimes like they start squealing and you gotta show them up.
Right. See, I would feel personally like maybe I was like taking advantage.
Yeah, you probably are.
Okay.
But like that's what sex is. It's like taking advantage of people. Like women take advantage of men all the time. It's sex.
Is there an acceptable range there of taking advantage of people?
Yeah. I mean, people get away with it all the time. I mean, they just don't call it that. But then you can do it, and like you don't get away with it, especially if you do it to retarded people and like people at hospitals.
People what?
Mental hospitals. People in mental hospitals. Like if you go to mental hospitals.
Oh, like if the orderlies are doing that?
Yeah, like crazy person won't go to the like head doctor and be like, that guy raped me, and it's like you're crazy.
Like, okay, sure.
It's like, get away from me. And that's like after everybody leaves, you can look at them again and be like, I was doing it. I know what I did. Like even if you didn't do it.
This isn't your job, right, Legato? The one that you're missing so bad?
Oh, working at the mental institution?
Yeah.
Nah, they told me I'm not allowed around there.
Okay. All right, so you're kind of just bumming around the house, looking for something to do. It's making you depressed.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I stuff, but I feel bad I'm not doing it.
You feel what?
I mean, there's stuff to be done. I feel guilty for not doing it. I mean, like, I got like 20 guitars looking at me. They're just looking at me.
Do it, Legato. Pick that shit up. Start composing.
But then I'd have to turn on the amplifier, and then I'd have to be moving.
No, that's not hard. That's not even hard.
I guess, whatever.
Legato, I want one day for you to send me like your punk rock album for me to play on this show.
I have a punk rock album. I got some videos from Loops.
Send it
channel,
over.
but they're not that good. But they're just fun little jam things.
I mean,
I'm not really a YouTuber. I'm just I like running up to people and being like, "Hey, look, I did." Or like when I'm talking about something and I need a reference.
I just want to hear it for the novelty of hearing what Legato music sounds like.
Okay. I mean, some of that is not special if that's what you're hoping for.
Do you do vocals?
I have. Don't really do
Then
them anymore, though.
it's gonna be special. All right, you gotta do the vocals on it. You got a great voice.
If you say so, you've never heard me sing.
You don't have to sing. You could do spoken word.
Dude, I used to be able to sing. Like, I could hit that high note in like 11 years because it's beautiful. Have you ever heard the song?
No.
Yeah, and there's like a really high F sharp. I used to be able to do it. I can't do it no more.
Why not? You smoking too many cigs?
Maybe. I think though after you age, your voice just gets lower pitch.
Oh yeah.
And plus, I don't really sing no more. Actually, singing, if you sing a lot, it will fuck up your throat.
Yeah. Get those
Especially if you're doing
nodules on your vocal cords, those little bumps that fuck up your voice.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Well, so in punk rock, all you do is scream. So I guess maybe there would have been a better way I could have went about it.
Dude, well, whatever you were doing, it made your voice great. Like, keep it up. Keep destroying your voice.
If you say so.
Just getting better
my
and better.
real speaking voice. Do you want to hear my real speaking voice?
Yes. All right, Legato, thank you for calling today.
Oh, you're very welcome, sir. I didn't have much to say about relationships, though. Sorry.
That's all right. It's good talking to you. Have a good one.
Well, you have a lovely day, sir.
And you as well.
And
Bye-bye.
also, go fuck yourself.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Call from. Okay. I've sent the caller's voicemail. Goodbye.
Didn't tell you to do that, Google. You can't just fucking do that. You must listen to me. Did not authorize that. All right, let's call someone. Hello?
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 Who is this? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, this is the call-in show that you called into.
Yeah, this is Joe. I just called in and it called me back. So.
Wait, Joe.
Joey.
Joe.
Joey.
Yeah. What's up? You're on now.
Yeah. I was gonna talk about my ex, basically.
Go for it.
I met her on Yahoo. I was with her in a long-term relationship for like 6 years.
Wait. Backtrack here. Like,
Sure.
How? Where on Yahoo? Like fantasy football or what?
No, actually, I stayed on like anime usually and other places. But like, I was kind of a little bit of a whore back then on Yahoo.
A
Like
Yahoo
a harem of women that I would talk to, like in a
On
rotation.
Yahoo? Wait, I don't even.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't even know how Yahoo works then, because what?
Well, it was
what
like
is
a
this?
chat. It was just like chatting. They had chat rooms, like, and it was just really easy because, it was easy to sign in. You didn't have to think about it, so you could just get on, and then other people did it. So it kind of approached the lowest common denominator in terms of technological development. So anyway.
was this strictly online engagement, or did this turn into IRL as well?
Eventually, it became IRL. She visited, and then she came to live out here, and yeah. And of course, once she moved in, everything fell apart because
she moved in from. She was on You got her from Yahoo to moving in.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been in a lot of almost all of my relationships, long-term relationships, have been online and very intense, and when you were talking about the pressure to be around the person is very low in a long-term or long-distance relationship, really depends a lot on the kind of terms you set on that relationship from the beginning if you're in. So,
so
there's definitely room for being needy and shit. And
yeah, how do you mean? You had an intense online relationship through Yahoo. What does that mean?
Constantly talking. All day talking. Like I'm talking about more things than most people ever even really cover over like many years of dinner and stuff like that. Tried to psychologically probe people and, have them do the same to me, and, people who challenge you, and, you can live a very meaningful and full life online in a way. Especially for chatting. Like some people have trouble, like they're talking directly. I'm not really great in first impressions in person, but
dude, if you're listening earlier, I was talking about how I much preferred email over text chat, and this is one of the big reasons why. Yeah. The immediacy of the text chat sounds like you're saying you're just like you have to respond to this person at any given moment, every day, forever.
Yeah, and that's fun though. Or at least that's fulfilling. Or if you're very dependent on attention and things like that, obviously it's a negative thing when you look at it from long distance, or like an adult or a mature perspective. But when you're younger and just online and there's nobody around, you gotta go where you gotta go.
So would you guys get super pissed at each other, like if you were messaging and the other one wasn't there and ready to have an intense conversation?
We weren't too bad about that.
No?
We weren't too bad about it. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes we were more needy than we weren't. But really what it came down to is like lack of trust and stuff, and especially on my part. I never believed she would stay.
You're like, you're fucking chatting with other men on Yahoo. I fucking know it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've definitely accused her.
It's so easy. You just said you had a harem.
I went crazy. Oh yeah, like that was like the signifying moment of my devotion to her in a relationship. I was like, I'm cutting off all of them, and she was just like, okay, like I don't even know what you're talking about. I was like, well, now you do. But
dude, how old were you when this was happening?
Like mid-20s, like 21, 22, 23s.
Okay,
I've been chatting
20s.
since I was like 12, though. I was on like AOL and shit, and having a relationship. Like I had my first online relationship was kind of similar to yours, but just without the actually being there.
It was just some faceless random person. Wait, were you guys sexting?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
that's
like,
cool.
Yeah. Like I said, you can live a full, meaningful. Really, I kind of wish it was still long distance because I miss having that. And, I've tried to develop them since. It's just so much harder to have a meaningful long distance relationship now because I will agree with you on one thing. The little thing, this person is typing. You know how like Instagram or whatever the fuck it is, or Snapchat, they'll like show when the person is actually at the computer or at the cursor and actually actively typing in response to you.
Yeah.
That kind of shit. That definitely has that kind of I have a lot of pressure on me to perform instead of just having a real natural conversation. That I totally get that feeling that you're talking about. I guess it was a little bit more abstracted for me because of
Well, it sounds like you were a fucking master at this.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of messed up because, like I said, this was my only conduit for meeting chicks, right? Like just talk to people. Like I'm never like the bar type or like projecting myself as somebody that I'm not, so I can get into somebody's pants. Like, I want to be the person I am, and then talk to them. You know what I mean? Like,
So you
that
find
was the only place that I could do it.
easier. It's easier for you to be yourself when you're not like face to face. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because there's this mask that people have to put on of propriety whenever they're going around, and that's like the main appeal of the internet and anonymity and stuff like that in the first place. You don't have to wear any of that, and people will shovel shit on you, but people won't be like violent with you because they can't touch you. Like that's about the only. Like I can't be myself necessarily, and I've tried. I've really made a devoted effort to be who I am and not make any compromises, and I get shut out of communities because of it. So, I have to tailor myself in ways that I don't particularly care to do. If I'm trying to have a meaningful relationship with someone, I want to be able to tell them everything. So being able to have that honesty is really difficult if I'm wearing a mask all the time.
Is part of it also like, because it's the internet, it's like the pool is so vast that it's like, you can afford to be yourself with everyone because there's just like an infinite number of replacements.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, you'd think that, but in the end, after no matter what kind of relationship you have, you end up kind of burning out your oxytocin. You lose that edge of being able to have a meaningful relationship with somebody. After my ex, after that I had a couple of kind of like non-starters, but after that, I was just like, okay, I'm done. Now I'm probably just going to die a bachelor. I'm not going to invest any time into that anymore. So no matter which kind of route you take, you're going to burn yourself out no matter what. If you can't make it work after a couple times, it's just going to go away.
Dude, that's a depressing thought. And that resonated with me. Like, so you're saying that if you really pour yourself into relationships, you can only do that so many times before it's just like you learn that like it's just not gonna work. It's just not worth the effort.
Yeah. So I called it firing my oxytocin bullet.
What does that mean? What is oxytocin?
Well, oxytocin is the love hormone. It's something that you produce whenever you're around. It basically helps regulate bullshit whenever you're around people. And to help you decide who you love and who you're showing affection with and who you don't. I'm pretty sure it also, definitely affects like negative emotions too, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I would have to.
So is what you're talking about have to do with you or the response that you get from people? Like, is it like it's not worth it for you at this point because like it hasn't worked out in the past, like you've learned that it won't work, or is it I don't know, can you
it's mostly a lack of faith in myself, I would say.
Okay.
It's not that I don't believe in other people being good enough to be in a relationship with me. It's more like I feel like I've failed so many times that I probably shouldn't involve other people in a relationship that I think probably isn't going to work out. It's just a mean thing to do to people, because I can involve myself with people very easily. Like I'm not like incapable of being charismatic or being charming or whatever, but I just...
Dude, you know what I think you need? A hot older lady.
Huh?
You got to find a lady who's
those are the only chicks that are into me in person. They're into me in person for sure.
Because they're you in the future. Like they've already done this thing that you're talking about. They're feeling the same way, but then you guys can be kindred spirits.
I'm basically waiting until I'm old enough for it to be fine, and then I'll be at that right generation.
Yeah.
Because I like to be with somebody my age, kind of.
Right.
But maybe that'll never happen because I'll be their age. I'm constantly chasing. Anyway, I'm screwed.
No, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. There'll be a perfect lady, a perfect hot older lady. She's gonna be everything you've ever dreamed of. I think of cougars like
my slumbers.
Cougars like in the 40s. We don't want like a divorcee. We just want like a. I mean, I guess you can.
Oh God,
we'll figure it out.
I could be a little too honest and say that I've been like there's a tendency for like as I've gotten older to have to look for different places. I can't like hang out in Discord looking for chicks because they're all too young.
Right.
I have to go like there's a place called Wire Club. It's basically like the most seedy fucking Flash-based chat browser thing that you could just possibly imagine. And you're like, why is this dinosaur still living? Basically, all it is like a whole bunch of like lonely housewives cucking their husbands to like dudes they see on.
What was this called again?
Like Wire Club.
Wire.
WIRECLUB.
For all those in the the audience who might be interested.
No,
in such
not
thing.
you, obviously, no.
What are you talking about? I wasn't even insinuating that, man.
No, of course not.
Dude, I love hearing about these newfangled way. We were learning about the new gay apps because Grindr is old. Now it's blitzed and buzzed.
Oh, well, that sounds like getting drugged.
Exactly. That's what I thought. It was really like a date rape app. All right, great. Thank you for calling in, man. Good to hear from you.
Yep. Good to talk to you.
All right, have a good one, man.
Later.
Oh.
Call from
Joe Turner.
Hello?
All right, great. Thank you for calling in, man.
Wait. Can you turn off the stream?
Are you on the stream?
Okay, yeah.
Am I on the stream?
You're on the stream.
All right.
What was your name? I didn't catch it in the thing.
Yeah, this is awesome, man. It's Joe.
Joe
Turner.
All right, Joe. How's it going?
I was on one of the streams one time.
When?
Like it was like in winter like last year. Oh man, I'm so stoked.
Dude, I don't remember. What did we talk about?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Let's not worry about it. Forget it.
Okay.
All right, we're talking about relationships today. God. You ready? You ready for this?
Well, I'm ready. So I got Dorian right here sitting right next to me, and she was saying that the last guy probably was saying the things he was saying. Why, Dorian? Because he was an incel. That's about relationships, huh? Oh, geez, I don't know.
Do you have some words for incel? That's kind of
off topic. I got words for incel.
We can talk about the incel.
I want to
community.
broadcast it, man.
Go for it. Unfiltered, unfettered. Right now, I won't even jump in. Just go.
Okay. Well, you know how they used to say that back in the old days when life was just beginning, that God created mankind out of clay, and then he split humankind.
Mm-hmm.
And then he split it into two. You probably know this, right?
I'm familiar.
Yeah, I think we're all familiar.
But keep going.
So anyway, well, yeah, you split it into two, and then you got to sort of find your other half.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like and then it's like a craving, like a hunger within you to be complete.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then so the incel is an invalid, and they have to be destroyed.
Do you mean that like they just don't have another half? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe they don't. Maybe they're not half enough to earn the other half of themselves.
Like they're even less. They're even less than half.
Less than half. Yeah, which is it's a crying shame.
Maybe that's why they find each other, because they're all like 1/8 or 1/64.
Well, you don't want to be 1/8 matched up with another 8, because then you'll only be a a sixth of a person or whatever.
That's why I need the whole incel community. Like maybe they're 1/1000.
The whole exactly.
And all
man.
together,
That's why they get together. That's why they get together, because they're all fractions, and they get together to become a complete half. They become a fake whole male person.
All right, so I'm sensing some animosity towards the incel.
I got it. Animosity towards the incel. It's true.
So did
Well,
an
I had this
incel do
friend,
you
you
wrong
know.
or something? Okay.
Well, incels can't really be wrong, dude.
So why
Is that what you're asking?
why do they bother you personally?
Well, you know, they come around and they just want to have, you know, they want to take up my time.
When? In what scenario?
Well, you know how incels are, man. I don't know. You know, they come around and they want to
come
take
around?
your time up.
When do they come around?
Well, they come around every once in a while, and they want to take what's yours, man,
dude,
and smoosh it into themselves so that they can be whole. They're like vampires, you know.
Well,
have you ever heard of a vampire?
Yeah. But did the incels actually come around to you?
They come around, man. They come around. I tracked them, man. I don't know why. It's probably because
they think they're one
they
of
think
you're
I'm
one of
them.
them. Yeah, exactly.
They think I'm one of them. That's why. But they want me to be the leader.
Oh,
dude.
Maybe
because
have you considered it?
I have, and I've tried. But you can't control them.
You've tried.
I've tried, but you can't control them when they're in your thrall, man. They've got this like thing that where they're, you know, have you heard of like the beast who beats himself upon the walls of his cage?
No.
It's kind of like that. In anger, like, you know, but like to get free of the cage. He wants to get free of the cage. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you could be the one who breaks the cage.
Well, I try and take the fruits of the caged beast, but the fact of the matter is that they're their own masters.
Do you think?
Which is sad with the incels, because that's when they become a MGTOW. Have you ever heard of a MGTOW?
I've seen that acronym, but what does that mean?
It's like Sir Isaac Newton was a MGTOW.
So is that a good thing?
He's the MGTOW hero. Yeah, he's all right. Sort of like, well, you know, and the thing is about involuntary celibacism is it's the opposite. Well, like, why not be voluntarily celibate like Isaac Newton was?
Or just pretend that you're voluntarily celibate.
I would wish that was the case, man. But they can't. They can't pretend. It always shows through their. You can see it in their eyes. It's the libido, man. You ever heard of the libido?
Yeah, I'm familiar. Horniness.
Yeah.
I would say that is one
that
is one particularly negative aspect of the incel community is the like obsessive victimization. Just like everybody is against us, has nothing to do with me. But so do you think that so you were saying earlier that annihilation is more, it's not salvation that's going to help these people. They just need to be eradicated.
They can be redeemed, but it's going to take a lot of work.
What do they have to do?
You see? Well, they got to start reading, man. They got to start reading the ancient texts.
Like biblical or?
Yeah, you know, you could read the Bible, you could read the Torah, you know, or like, you know, you could get a math or something. I don't know, you know, logic, man, defeats this whole thing, you know, because, and it's all about self-control, man, you know, like, you gotta learn to control your libido. That's the thing. That's the main thing. Like a monk.
Is that what you do?
That's what I try to do, man.
You're a master of your domain?
I'm a master of my own domain. No, I've been okay, you know, one time I think I read the Brothers Karamazov and Don Quixote really helped, man. It was like, because they told this story in Don Quixote where this guy was like talking to Don Quixote in this bar, and he was saying like, you shouldn't fawn over the ladies because they don't have, you can't control who they adore. But, like, because it was this guy who's like, he would like fawn over this chick, and then he starved to death because he was so sad.
So it's like,
and you should also not, you shouldn't test your love either. That's another lesson from Don Quixote.
It's almost, I mean, it's weird. It's like the way that you're describing it. It's like these incels, like they love women.
Yeah,
they love women. It's almost like they'd be better if they just hated women. But I thought that was the thing with incels. I thought incels hated women. I thought that was the whole point.
Incels hate women,
but they also love them and are obsessed
because they love them.
I
They hate
see.
them because they love them so much, and because of what that love does to them.
It gives them a boner.
Like it makes them want. It not only gives them a boner, but it makes them want to die.
But that's like very romantic sounding.
It's kind of romantic, and that's the trap, man, is because you want to sort of be romantic, and you want to have a romantic viewpoint on the ladies for some reason. I think, and I kind of blame Disney.
It sounds
for
like
this.
the opposite of this is to just be like unfeeling, be like, women don't matter at all. I'll fuck whichever woman likes me, and I don't care at all about women's approval. I'll just do whatever.
That's right.
That sounds
And
like
then-
shit.
and then once-
That sounds
and
like a
then once you
horrible,
get that-
horrible life.
Well, once you get that attitude, then the women start to flock to you, like you're like.
Well,
the
that sounds
god.
like a goddamn nightmare.
It is a nightmare, man, but that's life. You gotta take. God plays a little game with us. We're his little puppets. But
So
that's
it's
okay.
romanticism is wrong.
gotta
It's
accept
just
it.
it's about cold hard taking it whatever comes your way and being happy with that.
Well, we're animals, man. I mean, like.
Love
like,
is
we're
a
no
sham.
better than horses or dogs.
Love is not real.
It's a sham.
It's just
It's
whatever.
not real.
Whatever woman happens to adore you, you better get in on that one, or else you're gonna
I'd
be
say.
wasting your life.
I don't know, man. Maybe not.
I'm fighting for
What do
the
you think
incels
about it?
right now. I'm going pro incel. You've convinced me
Well,
to
the
like the
incels
incels.
are the ones who the incels are the romantic.
That's what I'm saying. You're making me like the incels.
Well, if you like the incels, you got big problems. But maybe, dude, maybe because you love the incels, that means you're still pure, man, and you still have innocence.
Dude. All right. It was good talking to you, man. This was
All right.
an illuminating discussion.
Well, I don't know, man.
I'm very pro incel now.
All right. Hey, wait. Oh, I got one thing to say.
Go for it.
Oh man, I'm a huge fan.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Okay, good. That was nice.
All right.
That was nice and quick. All right. Have a good one, man. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hell yeah. Pro incel. That guy might, maybe he's not there's maybe a deeper discussion to be had. I don't know. I was a little lost, to be honest. All right, we're going to take a break. We've been doing this for an hour. Let's take a break. Go back to the music. Again, the music from the stream is from INFJ and their album Sanctum. The link to that is in the description of this video. It's a Bandcamp link. It's a pay your own, whatever you decide, album. So free if you want, but you can also pay some money if you want to support the artists. And of course you should if you've got some dollars to spare. So yeah, if you enjoy this music, go ahead and follow that link. We'll be back in about 6 minutes.
Gym Boys?
Gym Boys. Have you ever heard of Gym Boys?
I have heard of Gym Boys.
What's a Gym Boy?
Gym Boys. We're talking about fast food, as usual.
Oh, shit. Back to food.
Yeah, always, baby.
What is a Gym Boy?
Gym Boys. Tacos. There's no single Gym Boy. It's just, well, there are the boys, and then there's Gym Boys.
Wait, is it a place or a food item?
It's a place.
Is Gym Boy Tacos the one that has like the quote unquote American style or whatever? What's got like the Parmesan cheese on the tacos, or is that a different one?
I don't think so. It's just tacos. Shit. Yeah, it's super greasy.
There's a place I went in like Reno, Nevada, that had special tacos. I can't remember what it's called. I'm not gonna look it up right now. But like they had like kind of like Jack in the Box style tacos almost, where it's like it's got like the full. Oh, I mean that looks like no.
I don't think that's
right.
Parmesan though. I don't think that's Parmesan.
That's Parmesan.
That's just flour. I thought. Is that Parmesan?
No. Jim?
I've literally never known what this mysterious white powder on the taco is.
Have you never read a menu? Jim
No,
Boy's Tacos.
I just say, give me 6 tacos and I eat all 6 in one sitting.
I think dude, I think that's the place I was thinking about. Yeah. Okay. It's their signature dish. The taco is dusted with Parmesan. Yeah. I went to one of those in Nevada when I was visiting my sister when I was doing some like flooring shit. Yeah, they're good.
Hell yeah, they're fucking great.
They're really good.
All the damn time.
That's kind of like
I guess it's because of the
like
Parmesan,
the grown-up
actually.
version. It's like the grown-up version of like the Jack in the Box taco. It's kind of got that same greasy whatever feel, but it's got the Parmesan and this other flavor going on. It's more complex. It's good. It's good.
Moxie, you talk up those Jack in the Box tacos.
They're fucking good.
Those things are awful.
No. Hold on.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah.
I will say, actually, when I was growing up, I did not know Jack in the Box was a burger place because I would only go there after my dad would we would work in the yard and be like, hey, let's go out to eat, and be like, oh, nice. And go to the Jack in the Box, and he would ask us, how many tacos do you want? That was like, I thought Jack in the Box was a taco place probably for 4 years.
Well, your dad was probably afraid you would get E. coli or whatever the fuck, you know?
No.
When they poisoned everybody and killed everybody?
He used to tell me stories about how great that was. When all the E. coli shit was going on, he'd be like, dude, I remember going to Jack in the Box and they had these special deals because everyone was scared of eating there. I could get a jumbo jack and 2 tacos and this, and it was like $1.99. Like he would brag about
eating
at Jack in the Box when everyone was scared of getting poisoned. I was like,
but
yeah. Okay. Someone wrote a comment. Remember when Jack in the Box had that big botulism outbreak and 60,000 people died? I think that's not what happened, but
yeah.
I kind of miss Jack in the Box. There's way more better fast food on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah. West Coast is like the primo. I mean, actually, probably somewhere in Arizona, like Phoenix, is like the prime spot between Texas and the West Coast. But West Coast, for fast food, that's where you're gonna get things like Blake's Lottaburger or whatever the Texas. What's that one?
Rootin' Tootin' Burger Boys?
I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it's just like that's the prime spot when it comes to the fast food, Clash. But yeah, the West Coast is good. Yeah, Whataburger. Whataburger is what it was. I saw it in the chat.
Like the Northeast is where I live. I don't think we have any. I don't think we have any specific like regional fast food chains. It's only like the national ones.
That's got to be the worst possible circumstances for fast food.
Toner, there's no Chick-fil-A like within 200 miles of me.
Who gives a shit about Chick-fil-A? Chick-fil-A sucks.
Wait, I give a shit about Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A fucking rocks.
That's good.
Chick-fil-A
sucks. What's the better? If you got Chick-fil-A and KFC, which are you gonna pick?
Oh my god! Don't get me fucking started on KFC. Holy shit!
That's not a good comparison.
They're fried chicken places. Those are the only options. Like I only have KFC
if those
around
are
here.
the only options,
that's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying, you fucker. There's no options.
Not what it used to be. It is not. My childhood KFC, the KFC in fucking Kentucky. You know the KFC. Oh my
That's
god!
What the C stands for.
So good. Yeah. So good. When I go back now, it's unfathomably disappointing.
KFC is awful.
You know, I'm gonna have
KFC has sucked for years, decades.
I'm also a hater.
A decade ago, it was fucking nice. It was nice getting KFC bowls and shit. I'm gonna have to go to fucking Japan now to like taste what it should be. Kentucky chicken's popular in Japan. Why? It's not good in fucking the place where it started.
They probably make it better over there. They make everything better over there.
Moxie, what is the chicken place? What's the fast food chicken place? If it's not,
it depends where you are. Like Popeyes. Okay. I remember when I was growing up, Popeyes, I could get a leg and thigh for like 99 cents on Tuesday. God, spicy. Damn. That was good.
That is good.
Church's chicken.
Isn't that the one that they said like black people was making them infertile?
I don't know. All I know is Church's is bad for the most part, but there's a location down in Pasadena near like the people who I would go do the AV gigs with within walking distance, which had like bulletproof glass. That was like the best fried chicken I've ever had. Every time I go down there, I would try to go to that Church's and get fried chicken. I'm
jealous.
Best in the world that I've had. I've tried Church's in like 2 other locations and it was shit. Chester's, what you see on the road at like truck stops, that's shit. KFC is shit. Popeye Spicy is good. Church's is sometimes good, depends on the location. And then there is
Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's sucks shit. It's bland. Like they have a sauce. That's what people like. It's very Midwestern, like 40-year-old lady where they like to have like some chicken with some ranch-based dipping sauce. It's fine. The sauce is the only good thing there.
Raising Cane's. It was all right.
Yeah. Crispy Crunchy chicken is good. I've had that at a few different places. That's like a gas station chicken. That one is pretty good.
They don't have none of this shit near me. It's only
I don't
KFC.
know. I don't really try to go east of the Mississippi because everyone there is I'm gonna censor myself. I was about to say some bad word.
Oh.
All right, hey, so to get out the fast food. This is the last caller. I know you guys weren't listening to the stream.
We're talking about food.
The last caller was talking to me about the incels, the incel community. And he was
Hell yeah.
He was trying to make the argument against incels, but he was making me very pro incel the whole time.
Dude, I think most people that are labeled as incels are just not even involuntary celibates. They just hate everyone. So it's almost like kind of voluntary celibacy and also just anti everyone.
Misanthropy.
I agree. Just general antisocial behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And I mean,
it's kind of like it's weird. Well, there'll be stuff. It's like, these people are really focusing on self-improvement. This is some incel stuff. It's like, no, I think that's self-focused, and they're not trying to get their dick in something.
Right. We get to hear about like the most fun incels, like the kinds that like are trying to combine their psychic powers to force women into like some sort of slavery situation. But that's not the majority of incels. They're mostly just antisocial, regular weirdos.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to talk about that. We were talking about food, god damn it.
Dude, we're not going to talk about food. If you're going to keep talking about food, I'm ending this segment right now. I'm ending this segment right now if you're not going to talk about something that has to do with relationships.
Okay, relationships.
We're not doing
My
food.
relationship with food has been complicated.
Some of my best memories from relationships, my best memories, and this is not a joke, is eating fast food with my girlfriends of the past.
All right, you're making a connection, so I respect that. So
I had a long-term girlfriend who was like allergic to a shit ton of stuff. Like she was allergic to chocolate and beer and just like all sorts of stuff yeah, dude. Yeah. So like there was I did a lot of cooking at her place. Like that was one of the big things was just cooking and hanging out and, you know, with her family as well. Cause she lived with her family cause, you know, it was California and she was like studying the arts. So of course she lived with her parents. So yeah, just like a lot of cooking and hanging out and food stuff. Like that's a lot of like my relationships with people is just like either cooking for them or eating with them or like, cause like there's a lot of like, you know, there's a lot of situations like with my friends where they'd be like, hey, let's get food and go like, no, I'm going to tell you what, I'll cook an entire pan of food that will feed all of us for $7. Instead of all of us spending like $60, $70, $80 on some stupid bullshit takeout food. So like for me, like food is a big thing with my friends hanging out. My relationships, I should say.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, cooking is that is good. I'm getting into this. I appreciate that this is about relationships because that's one of the worst things about relationships is how fucking expensive they are because you always got to go out and do shit, but you don't actually. You can just
they're
stay
not. You just gotta meet the right people.
I've just said that, you fucking idiot. Why don't you fucking listen to me?
I'm backing you up, you piece of shit.
You just said no. You can't back someone up when your first word is no.
You misheard me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting angry. I take it back.
Jesus Christ, this guy. Can I call you a guy? This guy.
God damn.
The mishearing hour over here.
Boys are really fucking pissing me off today.
Okay.
You alright?
My speaking of food, I have a rant now. I'm ranting. It was my birthday this year, and my birthday. Thank you. It was my birthday this year, and for my birthday, which was all the way back many, many months ago, I was still dating my most recent ex. We had been dating for over a year, and we broke up a few months later. But she was visiting me. It was a long distance relationship. I've been in 2 long distance relationships, and this is another one. It was a Boston to New York relationship, and she visited me, and I wanted to go to a very specific place for my birthday, a very specific place, and I told her how important it is to me that we go to this one specific place, right? Just me and her, and she goes, My roommate is also visiting tonight, and we have snubbed her every time that you have visited me in Boston. We have snubbed her, and I feel bad, and she's angry at me. We have to get dinner with her tonight, her and her boyfriend. So it's not going to be a romantic one-on-one. It's going to be a 4-person dinner. Strike 1. Strike 2 is that I was like, all right, that's fine. But then she says, my roommate cannot go to this place that you want to go because she can't eat anything there. She's vegetarian and she can't eat anything there. The place I want to go is an Italian place. It was just a regular old family Italian place.
Chuck E. Cheese.
And Chuck E. Charles Entertainment. And so anyway, I was like, well, what place would be acceptable to your roommate? And it was another Italian place. Same menu, different place, but not one I wanted to fucking go to. I wanted to go to this other one. for reasons I won't go into. And she forced me to go with her. She completely, utterly changed everything about my birthday. It was an important birthday, too. Divisible by 5. I was turning either 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, or 40.
Oh.
And
almost none of those are important birthdays.
No, all
25. 25, you can rent a car.
True.
Yeah. Exactly. I wanted to rent a car.
That's like some Pazuki territory, man.
And it's like a third of your average lifespan, too.
That's right.
1/3.
And anyway, so I went and I had to stick up my ass the whole time, and I was really angry and ruined my mood, ruined my night, and then we broke up a couple months later. So that's my rant.
It all stemmed from that?
There's a part of the story that I can't tell, and I realize that ruins the fucking story. Because it sounds like kind of petty almost, that only 2 things changed, but it's much deeper than that.
No, I like it. I like it better if it's petty.
Dr. Quake, spin it right now.
I can't.
Is she listening? Is she listening now?
Story. You know, if she is, I would like for us to get back together.
She bottled diarrhea for 3 months, put it on top of your tacos on your birthday, and expected you to eat it. And you said, I don't know. 2 months later, you broke up.
What?
That's what
Is
happened.
that like a personal experience or like?
Huh?
All right, boys. Good talking to you. Bye.
Hey, we got Arthur Foreman here who says he's not here for a Discord call. So.
Oh, you left.
I'd only muted you. You could still hear.
Huh?
All right, bye.
Good. Well, you know.
Oh boy. All right. Back to the calls. You can call in again, 518-288-7938. We're talking about relationships. You can talk about food if it is related to relationships. That's the only time you can talk about food. Anyway, people, I got the Google shit going on where the calls are coming, but they aren't coming through, so I'm just going to click one of these guys. This one. Did that work?
Please leave your message for...
Nope. Somehow they turned their phone off in the past minute. How about this one?
Yo.
Hello.
Yeah, this is David.
David, what's going on?
Yes. Not much. Just sitting here drinking. This is my first time calling in. I called like 40 times.
Oh, shit. Well, dude, here you go. You're on. What can I do for you?
Thank God. Not much. Just want to bitch about my bad relationship.
All right, perfect. Go for it.
Well, I grew up as a nice Christian boy, so I didn't really have a good experience dating. I wasn't allowed to date until I was like 18, and then by then I didn't know how to.
Right.
Yeah.
So when was your first relationship?
Let's see. My first lady friend was from a Bible school that I went to here in Oregon, and that lasted for like 2 months, and then she broke it up.
Mm-hmm. Why? What happened?
She got me to quit smoking weed, but then I still wanted to hang out with people who did smoke weed, and that's the reason she gave me, but I don't think that's very well. But then now we're like 5 years later, we're still talking.
Okay. Were you talking the whole time, or did it drop off and then you got back on?
I blocked her for a long time, and then years went by, and then somehow we got back into contact with each other. And then, and once I was single, we started texting a lot, even though she's like engaged to some other lady.
Dude, did you say sexting or texting?
Sexting.
With a S.
Yeah.
Dude, nice.
It's like there was this. Yeah, I know. There was this. I think it was kind of like she mentioned how they both wanted to get with me at one point, but neither of us we were both too lazy to actually drive to each other, and that just never worked out. Now I'm just not interested anymore.
Dude, is this real? Are you telling me the truth?
It's kind of, yes, it is real, but
this is a good Christian lady.
Letting me on.
A good Christian
no,
lady
she's
who
not
helped
a
you.
good Christian
Oh,
lady.
okay, I see. I missed
No,
that,
but we did meet at the Christian school, but she's not a good Christian lady, so.
She's living this devilish bisexual lifestyle.
Yes, that's right. But then, yes, and then after she left me, I moved away, and then I moved back to the same place, and then when I was down, I was living in California at the time, and then I got this one girl to move down, and we lived in my parents' house that they owned but didn't live at, and so they weren't happy about that. And at this point, I still had never had sex with a lady, and so we just did everything but that, you know.
Right.
Except we did everything but penetration, and we smoked weed every night and stuff. And then I proposed to her with a ring I found in the trash at my janitor job. And then one thing, and I was a night janitor, and
Dude,
like
jackpot.
Yes, exactly. There was this ring. I never got it checked out, so it was probably like from some gumball machine, I imagine.
If it was in the trash?
It was in the trash because it was like a mega church that I was a janitor at, and at one point they just threw this whole box of lost and found into the garbage after like accumulating for years. So I picked that out, and I called her dad to ask if I could marry her, and he said yes, and she was down with it. And so we were engaged for a little bit, and then she moved away. I'm not entirely sure why. I think because she said she had no friends where we were living, and it was like we didn't even have a mattress. We had like some blankets I put on the ground so we could live in sin together.
Damn. Hell yeah.
Yeah. But now, we texted a lot and we called a lot. And while I was working at my job, she told me she needed a break. And then I called her after work, and then she broke up with me.
Damn.
So.
Wait, so that's where we are now?
And then after well, after that, after a little bit, I moved up because that was the original plan, to move back up to Oregon where I am now. And so I moved back up. This is a few years ago. And then I'm hanging out with my friend, a mutual friend, and she texts him saying that she could come over and hang out with both of us at this house. And so we're hanging out. I'm like, I don't know. I don't really want to see her or talk to her, but it's also intriguing. And at this point, I had never had sex with a woman before, because I was feigning to be this good Christian boy.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we hooked up that night.
Score.
And we fucked on the couch, and he saw us. I guess he tells me he saw us. He like peeked his head through the door, and then he quickly shut the door. We were in the living room. So good prank on him.
So it all worked out.
Yeah, kind of. She asked me if we could get back together, and I said no because she's kind of bad news. And then in the morning after we slept together, she like recalled, and she's like, "Did I ask you if we could get back together again?" I was like, "Yes." And what'd you say? I said, "No." She's like, "Okay, good." And then for like a week, we would hang out every few days, and then we were like fucking every now and then we were gonna be like we were friends with benefits for a few days, and then she cut it off, and then we basically never hung out with each other ever again. And she now has a boyfriend who's with the same name as me. Yeah, this older guy.
So how long were you doing friends with benefits?
That was like for 4 days, so I can hardly call it that.
Oh, okay.
But that's what she called it. That's what she said.
So like, was she trying to get together? You said like when the next day she was glad that you didn't want to get back together, but she was lying.
Yeah, I don't know. We had like a bunch of drink and we were really high, so right. I don't know. Maybe it was just all in. I assume it was all just in the moment.
Yeah.
Because that's like, I think that was one of the hang-ups is that we wouldn't actually have sex. I didn't want to. And I was I was like with my parents all the time, the two of us. I was kind of a mama's boy, and that probably turned her off big time.
So where are you at now? Like,
now I've been single for about 4 years. I was hanging out with this lady who was a non-binary / transsexual or something like that.
Dude,
there's
a difference there. There's a vital difference.
Yes, I know. Yes, I was very confused the whole time.
Which was it?
Well, she's a they them is what she said.
Just keep it vague.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that's interesting.
And I would always kick her a whole bunch of weed all the time because she didn't like working very much. But I was just happy to hang out with the feminine type. And eventually we fucked once. And then
what kind of hole did they have? That's really when it comes down to the they them.
Yeah.
What was the hole like?
So it was a pussy. So
it was a what?
What do you mean a hole?
The hole that you put your dick into.
Yes, a vagina.
Oh, it was a vagina.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I don't know why they call themselves trans. I think they just like the idea.
Just got so crude, so crass. I'm
yes,
sorry.
Exactly.
I'm sorry I asked about the hole.
That's okay.
That's the question you got to ask right up front. When they say they them, what hole is it? What's your hole like? That's really what I'm asking.
Yeah.
No, that's disgusting. I'm sorry. I take it all back.
That's okay. We never really dated. We've known each other our whole life. And we didn't want to get our strings crossed, but that kind of happened. And then she started seeing this other dude all the time, and we stopped hanging out as much slowly. And then we met up at a coffee shop, and she asked me if it's important to me about like my white guilt, if me being white is important, and I said no. And so she stopped talking to me. Like my what is the word? My white privilege. If I care that I'm white, I got white privilege. I told her no, and I don't really want to talk. No.
You wouldn't acknowledge your white privilege.
Exactly. And so she said, well, if you're not going to, then we can't talk anymore. I was like, that's fine, because I was pretty much over it anymore. And now I've just been hanging out by myself for the rest of the time. Started going back to church recently.
Oh yeah, you can find some nice ladies at church. Some trad ladies with totally regular holes.
Some totally regular tight holes. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize to everyone about saying holes so many times. This is a terrible, terrible thing. All right, hey dude, thanks for calling in. I'm sorry for how this went.
That's okay.
You have a good day now.
Thanks for picking up. Thanks for calling back. You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Call from
CB.
Oh, no. CB?
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
You weren't listening to that last call, were you?
Yeah, I was.
All right, let's just.
I'm here with.
Let's just.
I was here with Danny. He's been trying to get through.
Oh, cool. We got a double, a couple, rather.
Roomies.
Oh, okay, roomies. Hey. So
Well, we were we are exes actually. So.
Whoa. This is what we like to hear. So how's that work?
Yeah. Hold on, I'll put you on speaker.
All right, cool.
So firstly, I just want to say, I called in one time. I was super fucked up. And I had a blast talking with you, man. Glad to.
Do you remember what we talked about?
No, but I do remember someone saying, I'm the reason why the world's going to shit.
Oh, nice.
It was on your last call-in show. You said it was going to be the last one. Yeah. I was the one who admitted that they're kind of fucked up and fanboyed over you for a little bit. I did sign up for your Patreon, by the way.
Hell yeah. Thank you, man.
Oh, absolutely. Sorry, we got a couple boys here. We got all our friends here, so we're a little excited. We'll try to.
They're a little excited to talk to you.
All right, cool. Hey, what are you saying?
Hold on, we'll let you talk.
No, I want to hear you guys talk. What are you saying?
All right, Chris, hold on here.
All right. Yo, so I have a wild ass story about one of my best friends. He grew up, or he moved to Spring Hill, and he banged this girl that she like banged him off of false pretenses because he was rolling up to the roller rink, right? Mm-hmm. And she stopped his car. He had like this Mercedes at the time or whatever, and she was like, "Hey, are you Glenn?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm Glenn," or whatever. And he had his cousin in the back, right?
He had, wait, what? You dropped out for a second. He had what in the back?
He had his cousin in the back named Jay, which is my other friend, right? Mm-hmm. So, and she's like, "Are you Glenn?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm Glenn," or whatnot. So, so they're at the roller rink. At the time, he was like 19 years old, and it was the only place. Yeah, it was the only time in Spring Hill when you could like go to anything like underage or whatnot. Mm. And so he takes this girl back to his uncle's house, right? And his uncle is out of town. He's in Cuba at the time, and yeah. He's in Cuba at the time. He tells this girl that it's his house.
Nice.
So he goes around the side, like he's like, "Oh man, my keys don't work." So he goes around the side and he like breaks a window, gets into uncle's house, right? So he gets into his uncle's house, opens the door or whatever, and like lets the girls in, or the girl in. And then, not to draw it out, he bangs this girl or whatever in the bed. Mm-hmm. And then after that, he was like, "Well, my cousin might want to try." So his cousin goes in the room, and then like 4 minutes later, like he comes out of the room. He's really upset. He's like putting on his shirt or whatever. He basically, long story short, he couldn't get it up or whatever. And
Dude,
then that's not that.
Who is this lady that she's just like ready for the fucking carousel of dudes?
Yeah, some girl in Spring Hill, Florida, that was just like down for it, and apparently whoever's name is Glenn that lives in Spring Hill is like a really popular guy that he has just impersonated.
Wow.
You know, and so anyways, he's impersonated this man. His cousin comes out of the room and he was like, yeah, whatever, she's trash anyways. She's upset because he couldn't get it up. It was sad. And then, you know, fast forward, you know, a week or two, his uncle, he calls his mother and is like, somebody broke into my house, you know, and like, I don't know what they stole, but somebody broke into my house or whatnot, and blah, blah, blah. I called the police. I had them do the DNA test. And then my friend, we'll call him Bob or whatever, which is dangerously close to his name. Anyways, so we'll call him Bob, is like, yeah. So Bob, he gets freaked out and he calls his mom and he's like, it was me. I slept with this girl because like they were talking about they got semen samples and stuff like that. And he has no reason to really be freaked out because he doesn't know how DNA works because he's never been accused of a crime before.
Right.
But he was like, he called mom and is like, yeah, it was me, you know, and then his mom calls his uncle or whatever, and he has to like call off the entire search. After the whole thing or whatever, his uncle is like, well, somebody took a shit in my toilet and didn't flush it.
That's even more DNA.
Yeah, apparently this girl took a dump in his toilet, but what I'm most like concerned about overall is like this girl thought she banged this dude named Glenn, and then at some point or another she must have met Glenn and been like, who the fuck did I have sex with? Because that was not Glenn.
But she was also willing to just have sex with anyone that Glenn knew, like Glenn's cousin.
Yeah, well, like she was willing to try it out, you know, but Jay, oh damn, that was his real name. Anyways, Jay just couldn't, you know, get it happening or whatever. And apparently after it all, she had to take a dump and did not flush the toilet, which is massively disrespectful.
We got one more very good story
All
to
right,
tell you.
that was a very good absurd story. I'm ready for the second one. Hit me.
All right. Do you want to tell it?
What's the story? I don't even know what the fuck you're gonna say.
Oh no, that you. Sorry, so I was gonna let you continue.
I mean, I don't know how spicy we want to get here of the truth, but I mean, our relationship, 5 years, met in high school. He was pretty crazy, I would say. I am older than him.
Crazy in what way? Like he's a drinker?
Not a drinker, but you know, he likes to smoke.
Teenager with untreated mental issues.
Nice.
Let's just say I have taken the fall down some stairs before.
Ooh. Ooh, that is spicy.
It is spicy. And then at one point he wanted to open up the relationship, which then
I want to make note that I was like 16 at this point, which is not an excuse, but still, just the insanity of it all. I thought it might be a little bit.
You guys, this is an interesting story already, but I can tell it has a happy ending. You're all living together now.
Yeah, I mean,
it's an interesting. Can I say the whole thing?
Say what?
About the when I split with you and everything.
Oh, well, hold on. Well, I mean, in our relationship, it went from just two white kids living at his mom's house to he needs every slice of life that he can get. So he wants to open up the relationship. Fast forward to I'm now banging him and his friends. Not a good time. I'll tell you that. Very weird.
It was not a good time?
Not a good time.
Why do it?
You know what? That's a good question. You know,
Nobody thought to ask that at the time.
No, you think something's a good idea, it's really not.
you know,
Understandable.
drugs.
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 Drugs. That's the answer.
The male in this, his parents are part of the largest nude wedding ever put on.
Oh man. So basically,
Dude.
but basically, yeah, we go 5 years through that. I won't go full in depth because it'll get a little too emotional, I guess. I mean, not really, but I mean, yeah, it'll get a little spicy. Some shit happened, and then I had to get some procedures done. Yes, we are Florida. But
You have to get some
towards
procedure.
the end, I kind of like we kind of like parted ways a little bit, but we were still together. And then I ended up like meeting this girl while we were still together.
Flip side.
And and then he kind of caught wind of it, so then like he ended the relationship, and then I basically moved in with this chick, and then her and I were together for like 4 years after him and I were.
Are y'all having?
So
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
wait, so where are we in the current day then?
So now this is 4 years. 4 years later, after we broke up, I just recently split up with the girl I was with, and before that even happened, him and I became roommates. So,
Well, we are roommates, but it's a little interesting situation.
we're roommates. No matter how
Guys.
We sleep in the same bed together.
this-
We have a dog together. We live in a studio. Yeah.
Yeah, it was his studio, but yeah, I mean, ideally, it would be nice to get a 2-bedroom. But you know, life is pretty fucking insane. You know.
This is a house of sin. This is.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. It's.
I'm appalled.
I
I'm
mean-
appalled by all of you. What the hell is going on in this place?
You know what? It's all I have to say is it's Florida, man. You know, like we got that Florida education, and when you come from the most boring towns ever, you know, you got to entertain yourself somehow.
There are so many. There were so many points in these stories where you guys are like shielding me from what seem like the worst details. That makes me really worried.
Oh, I mean, it can go darker.
Like I don't even know
It
the
can
half of it.
definitely go darker. Oh, you don't. I mean, I'll tell you what. I recently went through a long hiring process for a job, and when they had to ask some questions about my past relationship, they even got concerned. So, because they got the full scope, they had to.
What kind of job asks you
So-
about past relationships?
Law.
Really? That's
Yeah.
That's weird. Like why?
Yeah, man, they gotta do a full background investigation on you. They gotta make sure that nothing in your past will affect them.
Dude, but like if it's not criminal, that's so odd. Or was
Yeah, I
it
mean,
criminal?
kinda is. Huh? Was it criminal?
Or was it criminal?
No, I mean, you know what? I don't know. That's a good question.
All right. All right,
I
guys.
guess I'll leave that up to you.
Dude, thank you for these incredibly disturbing stories, real stories from Florida.
Yeah, no, thank you for listening.
Thank you for calling in. I was not expecting any of that. That was far more disturbing than I thought it would be.
Well, I'm glad we could fulfill that for you. Real quick, I think Danny wants to say bye to you.
All right.
Yeah, it's real quick.
All right.
Hey, I won't keep you on the phone much longer. I know there's other people calling in, but I just want to say, man, we appreciate you. But what's your thoughts on the situation? I was a little bit of a psychotic teenager. I broke up with her. She went with a woman. They split. She moved back in with me, and we're sleeping in the same bed. Shit. Well, what's your thoughts on this? What's your thoughts? Because I got nothing. A little bit odd.
Dude.
A little bit odd.
You've got an interesting point of view.
Dude, I have to tell you, I've got.
I do throw a fit about getting another room, but point is, I'm curious on your thoughts on it.
Honestly, I've got
an
nothing
interesting
for
point of view
you.
on the
No,
wall.
I've got nothing for you. This is way outside my wheelhouse, and I feel like I've only just scratched the surface of the situation. There's so many times you guys like start going down a path and like, well, I won't say this, I won't say that. So I don't know what's going on over there.
Bro, you just gotta speak what's on your mind, man.
Dude, I told you, you're living in a house of it's a house of sin. You need God. I think you gotta go to church today, right now.
I gotta go to church.
You gotta change everything. You gotta be like George Costanza in that episode of Seinfeld where he realizes he was wrong about everything in his entire life, and so now he's gonna do the opposite of what he wants to do. That's my.
So what you're saying is eat a bunch of mushrooms.
That's the opposite of what you want to do?
I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. Eat a bunch of mushrooms and try to go do something else than what I'm doing right now.
Dude, I wish you the best of luck in everything. You guys sound like nice people, but I have no idea. I've never been faced with this in my life.
Yeah, I figured I'd throw you a curveball.
It was a curveball, for real. Dude,
well,
thank
we
you for
appreciate
calling,
you,
though. It was a
and have
great
good
call.
rest of your night.
Yeah,
Bye.
have a good night, guys. Bye-bye. All right. I think I'm going to end the stream right now. I don't think I can... I think I just realized that I'm getting more than I bargained for with this topic. So I'm gonna call it right now. Thanks to everyone who called in. Lots of interesting perspectives here. But I can't. That's as far as I can go. I had a good time. We'll listen to a few songs here at the end just to play us out, as we know. All the music from the stream has been from INFJ, their album Sanctum. The link to that's in the description of this video. Remember, you can get the first Minute Hour CD is coming out. It's got the Haunted Darkness on it, and it's got a new Halloween special. It's called the Extra Special Halloween CD because it's got 2 Halloween specials. It's got an extra special. And the next one is the Marcus and Minkus special, which is coming out this Halloween. If you order the CD and you're like part of the first 90 or so copies, you'll get the CD before Halloween. So you'll hear it before it's on YouTube. But all the stuff on the CD it's on YouTube. So, you don't have to buy the CD, but it is worth it because MoxieFamous, the guy who does all the work printing the zines, has been working really hard on getting the CD looking great. I'll make a community post about it so you get all the info and shit. But if you're interested in buying that, the link is also in the description of this video. Also, the HUD for this stream, this is what you're looking at here with the hands and the microphone. It's from Slouch. Slouch is a great animator on YouTube. His channel is also linked in the description of this video. Thank you all for calling in. That was a good one. That was interesting. I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss for words. I've just I gotta call it right now. It's good talking to y'all, and have a great night.